You're watching Crookston Pirate Athletics on the KROX video stream. It's brought to you by the University of Minnesota Crookston, Egg Country, Grove Mechanical, Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream Parlor, the Crookston Public School District, American Crystal Sugar Company, Christian Brothers Ford, Riverview Health, Benedictine Living Community of Crookston, Hugo's Family Marketplace, the City of Crookston, CHS Egg Services, State Farm Andy Omen, Crookston Valley Co-op, Northland Community and Technical College, along with the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinics, all bringing you Crookston Pirate video stream on KROX.
And a good evening to everybody here on KROX. You are listening or watching live from KROX Radio Stadium, the third home game of 4 this year as the Crookston Pirates are taking on the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. Both these teams are 1-3. That's where we stand at the moment. The Cougars are coming off of a 33-20 loss at the hands of Park Christian. We've seen Park Christian and Polk County West coverage a little bit ago. They can sling it, and they're going to be a tough out for a little while. That was that one. The Pirates, they had a much bigger win. They beat Cass Lake Bena 68-0, snapping a 22-game losing streak, and they're looking to try and start a winning streak here. So we'll see what happens there. The potential is there, and Ada-Borup-West, as you're going to hear from their head coach, Paul Tingham, they're not 100%. In fact, one of their top players is now out for the year after taking an elbow to the windpipe. Was in the hospital for a few days. Just came back to school this week, but he's out for the season. And you don't want to take that. It's one of those unnecessary. Well, not unnecessary. It's one of those freak injuries, quite frankly, to say the least. Just a flailing elbow that got him, but one of their top wide receivers and utility running backs is out, so we'll see what the Cougars can do with that. We had a chance to talk with both head coaches. As mentioned, the head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, Coach Paul Tingham, and the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Jim McBride. We'll take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update as well as our Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. Now that we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will hear from the head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, Coach Paul Tingham, and that'll be coming up right after this.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when when you go to Hugo's.
And on our River Health pregame show, Ada-Borup-West head coach Paul Tingham is with us. And Coach, already getting towards the halfway point into the second half of the season. How did things go for your squad last week, and how are you feeling about this week?
Yeah, we had a pretty competitive, fun game last week. It was tied 12-12 after the third quarter, and then fourth quarter didn't go our way. Had a couple turnovers and had a couple of injuries, and we ended up losing a tough one to Park Christian. But it was a battle throughout the whole night, and yeah, just came up on the short end of the stick last week. So, but fun game.
It's good to battle with teams like that. Of course, it's been a bit of a wacky year for you. Had a close, low-scoring win over Polk County West. Some other competitive games to this point. Have you seen a lot of progression out of your players from game one up until now?
You know, we've made improvements in some areas we haven't. You know, we've lost two really close games that we, you know, felt like we could have won if we'd have made a few more plays or done a few things a little bit better or differently. But yeah, we're you know, struggling to get some wins this year, which is kind of unusual for us. You know, this is the most losses we've had in many years. So, you know, we definitely getting better, I think. And then, you know, we've unfortunately had a handful of injuries too that don't help us out, and we've been missing a couple kids here and there the last 3 weeks. So, you know, all that kind of adds up, especially when you're a small school like we are. You know, we don't have the depth that some of the bigger schools have, but our kids are, you know, last week we played really hard, and we played really pretty well for 3 quarters, and then just unfortunately just had a couple things not go our way in the fourth quarter, and we lost to a really good Park Christian team.
Yeah, well, my next question was going to be, you know, health related. I know there's been a lot of banged up players throughout the course of this game. Coming into this one, what does the health situation look like?
You know, we have, unfortunately, we have one out here, Casper Kritzberger, got hit in the windpipe really hard last week in the fourth quarter. He actually spent the weekend in the hospital.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's back in school, but he's not going to be playing football here for the near future. And he's a 4-year varsity player, 3-year starter, really good corner, really good wide receiver. So we're missing him. Hopefully we get him back at some point, but you know, his health is more important obviously than football. You know, we got a couple other guys that are banged up too. I know Aiden Peterson, our starting left tackle, plays on the D line as well in the rotation. He's going to be out tonight with a elbow injury, and then we got a couple guys that are questionable as well. So yeah, we're a little banged up, but I think everybody at this point of the season is a little bit banged up. So, you know, he's kind of that next man up mentality, and you get experience and hopefully build some depth for the end of the season. And then at the end of the season, hopefully you get everybody back. You're hopefully full go, and you have a little bit of depth that way too. But yeah, injuries unfortunately are a part of the game, and we've, I think, gone through our share the last 2 years. For years before this, we've been pretty healthy, and the last 2 years, for some reason, we've had a higher number of kids missing games for different types of injuries. But you know, it's part of the game, and everybody goes through it.
Yeah, definitely. But hopefully get back to full power pretty soon. About this Crookston Pirates team, what do you know about them, and what kinds of things do you expect to see out of them?
You know, I know they got a win last week. We've obviously watched film on them. They got some talented kids. You know, offensively, I think they, you know, really rely on the quarterback. He's a big, strong kid and pretty athletic and fast the way it looks. And defensively, looks like they sit in a 3-3 defense and move a couple guys around a little bit based on strengths, I think, and side of the field. And you know, for them, you know, they're coming off a win, so they're feeling really good. So, you know, we kind of emphasize to our kids, it's like, you got to come out strong right away, and make sure we put our best foot forward right away, and because we don't want to give Crookston any confidence, because you know they got a lot of confidence coming off their win of last week.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of keys to the game that you think you really need to do well, first on the offensive side of the ball, what do you think you really need to do well there?
You know, offensively, we definitely need to get ourselves into second and medium or second and short. We've had way too many second and longs this year, which puts you in a tough situation. And second and long turns into third and medium and third and long too often. So we got to win first down. I think we got to take care of the football, obviously, which we've actually done a really good job of taking care of the football for the most part. But last week, the fourth quarter, for some reason, we didn't, and that really cost us. So, I think winning first down and taking care of the football are going to be huge, because if you can put yourself in that second and medium, third and short, you're going to be way more successful than you are in second and long or third and long.
Definitely. On the defensive side, what do you think you do well there?
Defensively, we've done a great job this year of causing turnovers. If we can continue to do that, it gives our offense, extra possession or two every game. So, that's been a key for us to stay in a couple of the games. We've had close games this year. So, if we can continue to cause turnovers, that's going to be huge. I think containing the quarterback, he's a pretty good athlete, so we got to really contain him and key on him, and and then obviously get off the field on third down, and hopefully not give up any big plays.
Definitely. Any other keys to the game that we haven't mentioned?
I don't think so. I mean, if we can take care of the things I was mentioned there, I think if we play hard and play well, I think it'll give us a good chance to be in the game at the end.
Definitely. And then last question, what will be the message to the guys before they head out onto the field?
Always effort. We want to make sure we give full effort. It's a 4-quarter game, not just a 1-quarter game. So we just got to make sure that we are, playing as hard as we can in all 4 quarters, and just play the right way and execute and minimize mistakes.
You got it, Coach. Very much appreciate your time, and wish you the best of luck tonight.
Hey, thank you.
And that was the head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. That was Coach Paul Tingham here with us on the Riverview Health pregame show. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Jim McBride. They'll be coming up right after this.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictinecrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting,
hockey, basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot of going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
And on our Riverview Health pregame show, head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Jim McBride, is with us, coming off of a win last week, a dominating win, no less, against Cass Lake Bena. They might have been by the scale of competition, but there was a lot of good things that happened. And how important was it for those kids to get the feeling of winning back in their heads?
I think it was huge. A lot of them, looked at me after the game and they were telling me, they're like, that's the first time since I've been playing, that we've won. And so getting that monkey off your back and getting that first win and trying to figure out how to win and what they need to do was big. That was huge for us.
Yeah, not only do you have to learn how to play the game, learn how to do plays and things like that, but you also need to learn how to win, and that's exactly what that game kind of did for some of those guys.
Yeah. It's like you got to play 4 quarters. You got to play smart. You can't let up. We talk about once you have your foot on their neck, you can't let up. And so, learning those kinds of things, you have to do to be able to really understand what that's like.
So different opponents then coming up this week. If you had to pinpoint one thing about this Ada-Borup-West team that you've been honing on this week, what would that be?
Aggression. You're going to have to be aggressive because they are going to come out and they are going to get on you and they are going to be really aggressive, especially on their line. So we've really been making that a point of emphasis this week.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the lines in the trenches, those kinds of battles. That's been a bit of a common theme throughout the course of the year. The offensive line seems to kind of make or break, especially for you guys on offense, how things go in a game.
Absolutely, and that's every game. Any game in football, the game is won or lost in the trenches. It's like nice if you have, athletes that can throw and athletes that can catch. But if you don't have time to throw the ball, if you can't make holes for the running backs, if you can't get on those blocks and maintain them, it really doesn't matter. That's really the essence of the game.
Well, let's talk a little bit, as mentioned, on that offense once again. Of course, throughout the first 3 games of the season, played a pretty tight line, a couple wing backs kind of formation like that, a bit more spread out, a lot more formations like that had 4 wide receivers. And that last game against Cass Lake, did you like running that formation a bit more consistently, and is that something we could expect to see a bit more of?
It's trying to take advantage of what they're giving you. So if you get out there in the game, they got the box stacked. You got 8 guys in the box. Yeah, you want to try and take advantage of the perimeters and try and get guys in space. If they don't have as many stacked in the box, we want to run the ball. So it just depends on what the game dictates when you get out there and start playing. I mean, you look at film and you go, okay, they do this, but a lot of times when they play you, they do something different. They put a wrinkle in for you, or they do whatever. We sure do that, and so then you got to kind of adjust on the fly.
Yeah, of course, the first 3 games of the year are primarily running in that tight box formation, but now that people have gathered some information on how you set up in that formation, now you do something completely different that could throw a defense off guard.
Well, and you have to be able to do that as the season goes on. You have to be able to add things and be able to do some different things so that you aren't so predictable, or in certain situations you're not as predictable. So as you go down, you do your scouting report. You're like, okay, well, 3rd and long, they always pass. 2nd and medium, they always run B-gap, so you try and stay away from those tendencies as you're going along.
And then next one I had for you, of course, you mentioned that offensive line and the lines of Ada-Borup-West, how aggressive they can be. Any other things about them that have kind of stood out to you in your film watching of them?
Their quarterback's got a nice arm, and they've got guys that can catch. So that's something that we saw in film and something that we are definitely aware of. And so we have to be able to defend the pass or get pressure on the quarterback, hopefully both, to be able to negate that a little bit.
And then in terms on the offensive side of the ball, what are some keys that you think you really need to do well against that defense if you want to win that game?
I don't know, because like I said, I know what they do on film and they really stack the box. But then we might get out there and that's not what we see. So it's going to be able to take advantage of whatever they're giving us.
And sometimes you kind of have to, especially in this kind of game, have to adapt on the fly and change things on the fly. Has that been something that you've also been working on in practice?
Yeah, and we've been limited, on the amount of kids that we have and what kids are able to do. Sometimes we can't adjust. We just have to run what we have because we don't have the ability to be able to do that. And so that's one of the things that we've been trying to be able to do is get some depth at different positions so we are able to do some different things.
Yeah, that was leads into my next question. Of course, we've talked about health and things like that throughout the team. How is it looking going into this week?
This week we look pretty good. Actually, Juan Ramirez, after he broke his ankle, showed up at practice yesterday on his little scooter that he's got. So he was actually out there, so that was fun to see him out and about. Asher's got a little bit of a banged-up elbow. I don't know if he'll be ready to go tonight or not, but other than that, I think we're pretty healthy. Little bumps and bruises here, but that's football.
Yeah, and it's a lot better than it since some of the situations has been earlier in the year. So starting to get more acclimated to the season, and that works out a lot better for the guys, continuing to get more reps, and that allows them to build a bit more of that tough skin and last a little longer on the field.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
Any other keys to the game we haven't mentioned?
We got to score more points than they do. That's one of the things I've been kind of looking at over the course of this year. I'm like, we got to score more points than they do. So that's going to be our goal. We're going to try and score more points than they do this week.
Oh, let's see what happens. Any other things we haven't covered?
Nope, I think that's about it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Coach, very much appreciate your time. We'll talk post-game as always. Good luck tonight.
All right, you too. Thanks, man.
And that was the head coach of the Crookston Pirates. That was Coach Jim McBride here with us on the Riverview Health pregame show. Very much appreciate his time for talking with us. He does a good job with that. And, of course, he mentioned a very important point. We need to score more points than the other team. Yeah, I'd say so. That might help you out a little bit. And so that's his plan. We'll see if that works out today against the Cougars. They're just doing the coin toss on the field. As we mentioned, it is Parents' Day, and so you were able to watch if you were watching on KROX TV during that interview, all the parents lining up with all the varsity kids. A great day for all of these kids, all the parents to show up and join them. It's a lot of fun for all of them, I'm sure, and they do an immense amount of sacrifice to get their kids to practices, to all sorts of different things, to the morning lifts and late-night games. They travel to these road games, especially when they're hours away. If you're going to War Road or all these other different areas, they travel and make those trips possible, too. So without them, the Pirates team would not be the Pirates team, and that's a good thing to always point out. And they're doing autographs. If you're coming down to the field, if you want an autograph of your favorite Pirate, that is exactly what you want. Coin toss just happened. Ada-Borup-West won the toss and will defer it. So Crookston will get the ball first to start the game. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Our Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups will be coming up after that. We will take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today, or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
Waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag.
Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Looking for some family fun? Come to Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Sizzling hot, made-to-order pizza with all your favorite toppings. Cool off with our delicious hand-scooped ice cream. So many flavors and so much fun. And don't forget our game room, packed with excitement for kids of all ages. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, Crookston, Minnesota. Call us or stop by today.
As we welcome you back here to KROX Radio Stadium, let's take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Draft Sports Bar and Grill, the main place to go before or after the game. Fantastic menu with soup, salads, their award-winning chili, the queso pork sandwich I love so much, all sorts of different things. You name it, they've got it over at Draft. Takeouts and catering are also available. They have a room that's available for parties and special celebrations as well. Give them a call, 218-281-1183. You can order online as well at draftsportsbar.com. Couple scores we can already tell you on this Friday. We had an afternoon game. Polk County West, they beat Red Lake. Big old 58-0 for Polk County West over Red Lake. And Cass Lake Bena must have disliked losing to the Pirates so much last week. They chose not to play this week. They forfeited against Park Christian. So Park Christian gets an automatic win on their card. That's in Section 8A. In AA, Thief River Falls is in front of War Road right now, 20-8, halfway through the second quarter there. Pelican Rapids and East Grand Forks are at 8-7. Pelican Rapids in front. Start of the second quarter over there. Other football games to keep an eye on. Big game in Class A. Red Lake County, Mahnomen Waubun. 2 unbeaten 4-0 teams being played in Mahnomen. We'll see if the Rebels, trying to avenge that section final last year, they hung around in that first half and then it just completely fell off the rails from there. So we'll see if things get any better for Red Lake County in that one. Furter Beltrami takes on Foston. Warren Alvarado Waslow is hosting the Northern Free. Stephen Argyle at BGMR. BGMR played at week 0, and they haven't had a break. This is their 6th game of the year. They have a late bye week. Pelican Rapids, East Grand Forks, as we mentioned. Kitson County Central, Clearbrook, Gonvick, 5-0 against 3-1. Another big game out there. Fergus Falls, Hillcrest at Winnemac. Roseau at Park Rapids. Barnesville at Perham, 2 3-1 teams. Barnesville not quite at that top level that we've seen them in years past. They can still play, though, but they only beat Hawley 38-36. Hawley's 1-3. They take on the unbeaten Pillager, the only team to beat Barnesville so far. Pillager might be one of the teams to beat down there so far here. And other things we mentioned, girls JV for girls soccer is playing right now. Boys soccer will follow after that at about 7 o'clock against Mesabi East. The Twins, they're down 1-0 to the Philadelphia Phillies right now, their final series of the year. And let's see if we can get you a UMC volleyball score update as they're taking on the Cougars down in Sioux Falls. As I get it up here, trying to snap what has now become a 4-game skid as they've started into NSIC play, which is, it's tough. The NSIC, everybody knows how tough that is. And already down 2-0, dropped to 25-16, 25-10. So Sioux Falls looks like they might be in a bit of cruise control at the moment right now. Once that goes final, we'll let you know. A few minutes away from getting this one underway. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at our Napa Crookston Welding Machines starting lineups. As mentioned, Ada-Borup-West, they're not at full health. We'll see what they have gone with this time, and we'll see how the Pirates look as well, coming up right after this.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Welcome you back here to KROX Radio Stadium. Let's take a look at the Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. They have what you need, and they'll make sure your battery will start the first time every time. So buy a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs for your cars, trucks, recreational vehicles, snowmobiles, and ATVs and more. So as we run through, Ada-Borup-West won the toss and deferred, so the Crookston Pirate offense will be the one to head out there first. On the offensive line, you've got sophomore Tucker Lubinski, sophomore Lucas Helgeson, 8th grader Jackson Reitmeyer, senior Casey Weiland, and junior Nolan Johnson all along, freshman Nolan Johnson, all along the
introducing the Crookston Pirate offense.
Starting line. Tate Hamry, as mentioned down on that wide receiver side. Tate Hamry's the quarterback so far, 4 out of 19, 61 yards, 3 interceptions, passing the ball, 44 carries, 307 yards, 7 touchdowns as well. Jose Arriaga got a lot of carries. He has 11 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown. He got those in the Cass Lake game, has 2 catches for 30 yards as well. Dexter Janik and Mauricio Arriaga out wide. We'll also see some Paul Thornhill as well. Zach Ali, he's back healthy. Might see Ian De Leon. Miko Rocha got some carries. So all sorts of different players can be used against the Ada-Borup-West defense. On that defensive line, Lucas Mertz, 17.5 tackles to second on the team as the defensive end. In the nose, Miles Crocious and Evan Brandt down the middle, and Luke Finney is the outside edge rusher. They only played 2 linebackers and 5 defensive backs. Ames Facino, the senior, in the middle, 28 tackles to lead the team, and then Kelby Kajansen, the junior, 9 tackles and an interception so far. They have played 3 safeties, as what was sent to me, which was Tyler Catlett, second on the team in tackles as a safety, has 17.5 tackles right now. Braxton Hendricks has 15.5 tackles and 3 interceptions. Braden Booing, senior, 9 tackles and an interception as well. And then Connor Nelson, who's also the quarterback for the team, and you see that is out there as well, 15.5 tackles. Gavin Johnson has 2.5 tackles as well. So that's the showcase that they've got on our starting lineups, as the starting lineups have just been announced by public address announcer Corky Reynolds. The sun is setting. I don't know if you've stepped outside. It smelled a little smoky outside. I don't know what's going on there. It's a south wind. But it definitely had that smell. And here they come. And breaking through and powering through are the Crookston Pirates. Travis Blackbird holding the American flag. And as a result of the American flag, that means we're just about ready to get the national anthem, and then we'll be underway in this game. We'll take a break, and we will be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictinecrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
trap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling.
So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
Welcome back here to KROX Radio Stadium. Ada-Borup-West won the toss. They will defer. Crookston is starting left to right on your screen or on your radio dial if you're listening in. There is a gusting of 25-mile-an-hour south wind. So that is at the back of Ada-Borup-West to start this game. So we'll see how far this kickoff ends up going. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. It's normally a north wind, and now we're getting a south wind. Mauricio Arriaga, Miko Rocha are back to receive this kickoff. And here we go with a low squibber. Takes a high bounce. That hit somebody. I'm not sure if it did. It's rolling all the way back. It's picked up by Mauricio Arriaga at the 5-yard line. He's swarmed. He's not going to get much farther than that. They're going to mark him at the 6. That kick just had some nasty bounces on it. And Crookston will start on their own 6-yard line, where the offense will try and get something going.
Number 3, Gavin Johnson, and number 7, Edgar Caranaza.
On their own 7 is where they're actually going to mark that.
First and 10 at their own 8.
So first down and 10, what can they do with the big Tate Hamry under center, keeping that 4 wide receiver look that worked for them against Cass Lake. And you've got also Jaron Knudsen to the right side of Hamry. He takes the snap. He'll hand it off straight ahead. Knudsen moving forward, muscles forward past the 10, and they might mark it at the 11-yard line. It's about a 3-4 yard gain. Let's see what they rule it as. And it is a 3-yard gain up to the 10.
10-yard line. That's a 2-yard gain.
So it'll be second down now and 7 to go.
Number 78, Lucas Mertz.
Big Lucas Mertz was in there to bring him down.
That brings up second down and 8 for the Pirates.
Pirates lining up once again. The 4 wide receivers. You have Ian De Leon and Miko Rocha on the near side, Jose Mauricio Arriaga on the far side. Knudsen to the right of Hamry, who's in the shotgun. Hamry takes the snap, looks to throw. Hamry fires, quick throw, pass is caught. A lot of room to run. Jose Arriaga, and he'll move forward and get the first down up to the 20-yard line. Gain of 10 on that pass, and the Pirates have their first down of the evening.
Up to the 20. That's a gain of 10 yards. Gives the Pirates a first down at their own 20.
Oh, good job with a pass completion. knocking it out quickly, and we'll see how often they choose to throw. You know, Crookston is not one. That was just their 20th pass they've thrown all year. 5th completion as a result, so it worked. And they're continuing with this spread look with the ball in the far hash. Minute and a half gone by here in the opening quarter. Hamry now has the running back to his left. He'll hand it off straight ahead and straight up the middle goes Knudsen past the 25-yard line up to the 27. And a gain of 7 on first down and 10.
To the 26, that's a gain of 6 yards on the play.
Oh, a good push there for Knudsen.
Number 2, Braden Wing.
Had a great day against Cass Lake Bena, as did very many Pirates. They all performed very well against Cass Lake Bena. 2nd down and 3 on the way. They need the 30 for a first down. And if they could continue to get first downs and chew the clock down, that's exactly how Coach McBride likes to play these kinds of styles. Hamry rolling out to his right, looking to throw again. Underneath, pass deflected and incomplete. Lunging up to try and knock that ball down was Tyler Catlett, one of the 3 safeties on this team. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 3. Stops the clock, 9:45 to go here.
At the Pirate 26.
Looking for the 30 for a first down. De Leon and Miko Rocha on the near side. Jose Mauricio Arriaga on the far side. Knudsen to the right of Hamry, standing in the shotgun. 3rd down and 3 on the 27. They need a 30 for the first down. Tate Hamry is going to take the snap, run straight ahead. Hamry gets hit and pushed back. Forward progress will give him about a yard or so. So he'll end up with a yard up to the 28-yard line, but it's still short, and you've got 4th down and 2 upcoming here for the Pirates, needing the 30 for a first down. Oh, it depends. What's the plan? Where do you go from here? And they're going to line up in punt formation here on 4th down and 2. Knudsen will be the one to take this punt. Takes the snap. It's high, and the whistle blows. And what do we have here? Might be if there's a penalty flag down there on the far side. And it's a false start on Crookston. So that's their first penalty for 5 yards. Back them up now to 4th down and 7, and they'll definitely be in punt formation.
4th down and 7 now for.
And Knudsen will be ready to go to punt the football. Ready, takes the snap. Knudsen steps into one, high in the air. Wind is knocking it down. Fair catch called for and made at the 45-yard line. And it'll end up being a 22-yard punt. And so with 8:59 to go here, Ada-Borup-West will have their first possession. And they've got it on the Crookston 45-yard line. So let's see what the Ada-Borup-West offense can do against these Pirates. Did get a first down, so good start there to try and make something happen. Split backfield with Connor Nelson under center. Hands off straight ahead, and big hit trying to fall forward. And straight ahead, Ruby Reyes will end up with 5 yards there on first down.
That's a gain of 5 yards.
So 2nd down and 5 on the 41. They need the Crookston 36 for a first down. Split backfield once again. And this time they'll hand it off the other direction and trying to muscle forward, but not getting away from Nolan Johnson was Braxton Hendricks. And he will come away with about 3. So he'll get a 3rd down and 2 on the way for Ada-Borup-West, trying to get their first down of the evening.
Number 28, Maddox Warner, and number 70.
3rd down and 2 on the 38-yard line. Connor Nelson. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to his left under center, split backfield. Hands it off Reyes and trying to muscle his way forward. And I think forward progress is going to give him the 35, which would be enough for a first down. Casey Weiland was in there on that play.
Well, that was a good second effort there to get that first down. I think if he doesn't go with the second effort, he doesn't get it. So, and he was carrying a couple of tacklers with him.
That was a good surge at the end. Offensive line was there to help him out a little bit. So first down and 10 now on the 35 of the Pirates. 7:45 to go here, opening quarter. No score. Pirates got one first down before they had to punt on their first drive. Now you've got a full house pistol formation with three members in the backfield. And here's a handoff trying to bounce it outside. Goes Reyes, and he is swarmed and brought down to the ground. Tate Hamry and Dexter Janik, and now a late flag comes in from that down judge. I don't know what happened there, and Reyes is now down on the ground. He's not getting up. He lost 3 yards on that carry.
I think there's a face mask there. That his head seemed to whip around pretty violently.
And that is what we have. And that ended up causing a bit of discomfort to Reyes. And they stopped the clock, and Reyes does get up, and he will walk back to the sideline, so it's nice to see that. And they'll get a 15-yard penalty already, the second foul on the Pirates for 20 yards so far.
Yeah, that one is a no-doubter on the personal foul 15-yarder. That was a grab and tackle by the face mask, and we laugh because he's okay, but he's going to go out, and that's got to hurt.
That's never fun. There's a reason why they don't tackle you by the face mask. The 3-yard loss does count, and then they add 15 yards onto the end of the run. So it'll be on the 23-yard line.
And that's unfortunate because the Pirates had a great pursuit and were able to get a tackle for a loss.
They'll try another handoff inside beyond the 20-yard line. And Ames Facino will get that carry and gets up to the 18-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 yards on first down.
Well, that's why you're always taught to tackle low. If you're tackling around the knees, ankles, you're not getting a face mask penalty.
And that's always you. I'd rather tackle low. Even if you're trying to tackle at the chest, you don't want to risk your hand getting up high. So they encourage you waist down. Split backfield on 2nd and 5. And a handoff again going the other way and trying to make some room, breaking a tackle straight ahead and weaving his way into the end zone from 18 yards out goes Braxton Hendricks. And Hendricks strikes it quickly. And Ada-Borup-West takes advantage of that penalty, and they now have a 6-0 advantage.
Well, the Pirates might have hurt himself there because Hendricks, what a run that was. He just broke a tackle and right in the backfield was able to break another one and goes in for a relatively, he made it easier than it should have been, but an easy touchdown.
Brandon Buang out for the extra point. It is good. And extra point good, and it's 7-0. Ada-Borup-West in the lead with 6:35 to go. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this on KROX.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Seven 0. Ada-Borup-West with the lead, scoring an 18-yard touchdown run by Braxton Hendricks. Rocha and Mauricio Arriaga are back to receive this kick, maybe looking for better field position than their own 7 first time around. Buang will step in and kick this one away. Another low-line drive. This one might go out of bounds. It's still rolling, and it does barely. It died right on the out-of-bounds line, and that makes Crookston gets some pretty valuable field position for their second possession.
Well, Mauricio, he's got to get over there. That was too close for comfort, and he wasn't hustling to get to the sideline, and that came inches away from staying in, and that would have been disastrous for the Pirates.
That had a left-handed bounce, and then it bounced right again, and I thought it was going to stay in from this angle. And I think they're going to put it on the 35. It's either 35 or 40. I don't remember what the...
Should be the 35.
35? All right, so as the official overthrows the other official trying to give him the ball. Crookston, much better field position, 28 yards of difference. Now on their own 35. They did get a first down passing the ball the last drive. We're moving the ball. Let's see if they can continue that in this possession. They've been working with that 4 wide receiver set of De Leon, Rocha, and both Arriagas.
Well, that worked pretty well against Cass Lake Bena, but this is not Cass Lake Bena.
There's a swing shotgun formation. I haven't seen this yet this year. Hamry under center, takes the snap, designed run, going behind Knutson, trying to block for him. Hamry's got some space, bounces outside, breaks a tackle. Tate Hamry inside midfield, and he'll be brought down around the 47-yard line of Ada-Borup-West. And an 18-yard run on first down for Tate Hamry into Cougar territory.
Well, a nice drawn-up play there by the Pirates. They had those extra blockers in front, and they're trying to get Hamry to the outside because that worked pretty well last week when he was able to. And with his size and speed, once he gets going, he's like a locomotive. He's got some good power behind him, too, and he showed it there.
When I asked Coach Tinch about keys to the game, he mentioned you got to stop the quarterback because he's athletic. And that might be an understatement. So continuing this wingback shotgun look. First down and 10 on the Cougar 47-yard line. Tate Hamry takes the snap, fakes the handoff, might not have been part of the play, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. I think he wanted to hand that off, but that didn't end up working, but he doesn't lose any yardage, no gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10 now on the Cougar 47-yard line. They did pretty much the same thing on offense 3 weeks in a row. That kind of military-style formation where they didn't throw it all, changed it up completely against Cass Lake Bena, and now they're keeping these changes in these different formations that we haven't seen up until last week. Second down now, 10 to go. Hamry with Knutson to his right. This time he hands it off to him, makes a cut up middle of the field inside the 45, and Knutson will get to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 4, and third down and 6 upcoming.
Well, that helps you get a few yards to make it third, and I would assume you're getting close to 4-down territory here as you get close to the 40-yard line, and you hand it off to Knutson, who gets you 4 yards. That, more importantly, gives Hamry some extra time to rest up before he's probably going to run this one.
They need the 37. 5:15 to go, first quarter, 7-0. Ada-Borup-West in front, scored on an 18-yard touchdown by Braxton Hendricks. Now in a 3-wide receiver set, and this one will be a design run to Hamry, just as Chris called, taking it to the edge, and there he goes down the sideline. Tate Hamry inside the 30 and knocked out of bounds around the 20-yard line. He got the edge and zoomed forward, and they're going to give him, where they're going to mark this at the 20. That's a 23-yard run on 3rd and 6.
Well, a big-time run there by Hamry again. When he gets to the outside, he's dangerous, and he gets the first down, and the Pirates will get a fresh set of downs, and they are they're at the red zone, knocking on the door right on the 20-yard line. 5 minutes left.
4 carries, 42 yards for Tate Hamry to get this one started. Knocking on the door of the end zone. Back to that 4-wide receiver look. Knutson to the right of Hamry. Hamry waits, takes a snap, another designed run, and he is met immediately, and surging in to make that tackle was the man who went down, well, almost who had to replace the guy who went down with that injury. That was Ames Facino who brought him down. It's a 6-yard loss. So second down and 16 upcoming. That'll hurt the average a little bit.
Well, remember Ames Facino from the baseball season.
He's
very good athlete.
Terrific. I think he threw a no-hitter or something like that. Yeah, believe that was him who did that for Ada-Borup-West. He's very talented in whatever sport he plays in. Second down and 16 on the way for the Pirates. 4 wide receivers. And I think we're going to have a timeout here. Yes, we will. Timeout will be called by Coach McBride. So the Pirates, no, they're close, but they're now at 2nd and long. We will take a 30-second break, and we will be back right after this on KROX.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. we have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Back here at KROX Radio Stadium, 4:20 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Ada-Borup-West in front. And now it's the Pirates trying to answer. They got to the 20-yard line. They just lost 6 on first down, and a timeout was just called. And got to think of what they want to do here. They've ran the ball 8 times, have passed it twice. 1 out of 2 on those passing attempts, and they have 3 first downs so far on the day.
Well, it's not a big secret. Crookston is not a big passing threat by any means, but you have to throw once in a while just to keep the defense honest.
Throw to keep the run game where you want it to be. That's what you've got to do. Zach Ali is in the game.
Hamry is out.
Hamry is out. Knudsen is now the man taking the direct. No, Ali's going to take the direct snap. He's going to drop back to throw. He'll fire toward the sideline. It's incomplete. Looking for Jose Arriaga on that pass attempt. That does not work. And 3rd down and 16 on the way. Tried a little wrinkle, and Ali will come back to the sideline. And it looks like Tate Hamry's about ready to re-enter. Or not. Ali turns back around. They're going to stick with him on 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like Hamry is injured, but
I'm not quite sure why.
That's what everybody's asking.
I wonder. Well, 3rd down and 16. Ali will be the one to take the snap. Will he try and throw again? It's going to be a handoff to the outside, and it'll be another loss on that play. And the surging Ada-Borup-West defense comes in, and tackle made. Evan Brandt was in the area. You also had Peyton Egan.
Well, and that time again, the Cougars just come right through and blow up that play, and there was nothing the ball carrier Knudsen could do on that one.
Ended up losing a yard, so now you're at 4th down, 17 yards. Hamry's back in the game. And so we'll see what happens on this. They need the 10-yard line. They're on the 27. It's 4th down and 17, 4 wide receivers. And it's a direct snap, Ali. A little pitch to Hamry, bobbles it, but he makes the catch. Going to try and get to the edge. A flag down for behind the play. Hamry is right near the sticks. I think he got there if the play stands, but there was a flag that came in from the far sideline, and we'll see if this one.
I don't like that spot.
It's that spot was right around the 10, which is the chains, but the flag landed at the 25.
It's going to be against the Pirates. I think I just saw Coach Chinjum pointing back, and that's going to be a holding.
It is a hold. That will be the 3rd penalty already of the quarter for the Pirates with 3:25 to go. And now you're looking at 4th down and 27 back at the 37-yard line.
Well, I like this move a lot better than having Hamry just be the quarterback. You have Ali now who can run the ball as well. He's a strong, athletic kid, but when you get that pitch, just like the Pirates had, it just goes to show you get Hamry even more head of steam. He's even more dangerous.
Now, Hamry's a great catcher of the ball, a great runner of the ball, and you get him in open space. There's not much you can do about it. So I like trying to throw that wrinkle in. Ali and Hamry are now in the backfield, and you also don't know who's going to take the snap at each given point. It looks like Ali's still going to be the one to do it. It's 4th down and 25. Ali moving back. He'll just fire one underneath. It's incomplete. That penalty ended up being just 8 yards, but the Pirates do turn it over on downs. And Ada-Borup-West with 3:03 to go will get the ball on their own 35.
I'm not sure about that play call at all. It's a short pass on a 4th and forever. There was no chance the Pirates were going to get a first down on that pass, so I'm not sure why you just went punted instead.
Especially you had a 22-yard punt your last time out. You're punting into this relatively strong south wind. You had the potential to pin them deep. And now Ada-Borup-West gets it on their own 35 with Connor Nelson. At the split backfield, It's a handoff straight ahead, room to run, and a nice shoestring tackle. That was made that time by Knudsen to prevent Ames Facino from breaking a big one, but he ends up with 9 on first down.
Well, you're seeing right now the Ada-Borup-West offensive line creating some nice-sized holes, and the running back isn't getting hit until about 5-6 yards after he touches the ball, and that tells you the line's doing a heck of a job.
Number one point that Coach McBride mentioned in the pregame show, you gotta worry about this aggressive offensive line because they will get to the second level. They got a lot of big guys out there, and they'll make some plays. 2nd down and 1 under center. Nelson stacking the box of the Pirates. They hand it off straight ahead, and getting through is Hendricks, and he'll move forward into Pirate territory, and he'll gain 7 yards to the Pirate 49.
Jose Arriaga in on the tackle. And just like that, Ada-Borup-West already across midfield with 2:21 remaining in this first quarter.
They had a short field to work with last time around. Still took over 2 minutes for them to score. As the Pirates make a substitution as Thornhill will come off the field. 1st down and 10, Cougars on the Pirate 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers split backfield behind Nelson in shotgun. Nelson takes a snap, another handoff. Facino straight ahead, was hit by Hamry initially, and they'll push him back, but forward progress will give him 2 yards to the 47. It'll be 2nd down and 8 upcoming.
Well, Hamry is one. If you run into him, you're probably not going to get away, and Hamry was able to wrap him up, and that's going to be a short gain of about 2 yards max on that one.
Yep, they give him 2. So 2nd down and 8. Minute 45 to go, opening quarter. 7-0 Ada-Borup-West with the lead.
And Hamry next year will be going to UND to play football, where he's going to be, I still call it defensive end. They don't call it that anymore, I guess.
Call it edge. Yeah. As Nelson will turn around, look to throw. Now he'll look to run, cut it up the middle of the field. Connor Nelson reverses field. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Connor Nelson makes a cut. Connor Nelson is gone. Just weaving through traffic, 47 yards on a bootleg style play that he went all the way to the other side of the field. And Ada-Borup-West has a 13-0 lead.
Oh, what a run there by,
that was Connor Nelson.
Connor Nelson. Yeah, Nelson, he made about 3 or 4 Pirates miss, but he just made a nice cut anytime he had to, was able to get through the line again, untouched through the line of scrimmage, and that was an impressive run.
That drive took a minute 45. Another extra point attempt on the way. I guess one of the few teams that don't try for 2. Nowadays, they got someone that can kick as Booing will step into it, and that one is good. It sneaks through the right upright. Extra point is good, and it's 14-0 Ada-Borup-West with 1:18 to go here in this first quarter. And we'll be back here in 60 seconds on KROX.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota. Ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Back here at KROX Radio Stadium, 14-0 Ada-Borup-West in front. About ready to kick things off to the Pirates once again. And kickoff on the way. Long kick, and it's fielded there at about the 10-yard line by Rocha, and he'll get about to 25. That's where he gets tripped up. And the Pirates will have their 3rd drive of the day with a minute 12 to go in the first. Start on their own 25-yard line. So their first 3 drives started on their own 7, punted, started on their own 35, turnover on downs. And now on their own 25, looking to get some scoring back. And Tate Hamry is again on the sideline to start this drive. Some more Zach Ali being used here. First down and 10 on the 25-yard line. Ali drops back, looks to throw, pressure coming, bounces outside, and he'll get wrapped up around the 20-yard line. And he'll drop about, let's see where they mark it, they'll lose him 4 yards to the 21-yard line. So that's Ali's first carry. He's thrown 2 passes that he was incomplete on. Hamry's now back in the game, continuing to just mix and match these rotations. Second down now, 14 yards to go. 4 wide receiver look. Hamry's out wide. Bring him back in. Ali looks to throw. Ali over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's Booing, and he will take it all the way for 6. And Braden Booing picks that pass off. It's a 21-yard interception return touchdown. And with 14.9 seconds to go, it's 20-0.
Well, Booing that time, he just jumped the passing route, was able to get in there, and I think everybody knew that the pass was going to Hamry, and all the Cougars were ready for that. And what was that? How long of a return?
Well, let's see there. I think there might have been.
Is there a penalty?
There might have been a penalty on that play, as they're keeping the offense out on the field. I didn't catch it as I was writing down the score. There might have been a penalty on the return.
Yeah.
So they're going to say that the interception return didn't count. So it's back at the 21-yard line. So Ada-Borup-West will get a start to a possession on the 21. Nelson rolling out to his right, dumps it off, pass caught. Facino breaks a tackle, and Facino is just going to get in on the very next play. With 8.1 seconds left, they get the touchdown anyway. 21 yards on a passing play from Connor Nelson to Ames Facino for 6.
Well, that's how you do it. If you get a touchdown, take it away. You just go back in the first play, 8.1 seconds remaining. The Ada-Borup-West Cougars answer with another one, taking a 20-0 lead as they get ready to go for the extra point kick.
Well, Booing may be frustrated that his interception return got nullified. He'll look to punch his 3rd consecutive one through the uprights, and that was nearly blocked, and it goes wide to the left. So extra point is no good. The Pirates with some good pressure to break through that, and it ends up being a 20-0 lead for Ada-Borup-West. And man, they tried a lot of different things in this first quarter. They made Hamry running the ball, Zach Ali throwing the ball, tried him running the ball, tried to throw the ball to Hamry. But so far, some of these different looks, some have worked, but most of them, especially when they try to throw the ball, have not.
Yeah, this is probably where last game you probably should have tried that a little more than you are now, and Ada-Borup-West has been able to figure it out pretty quick and take advantage of that, getting a couple short fields here and be able to punch them in.
So 8.1 seconds remaining. If the kickoff doesn't take that much time off the clock, then Crookston will have one more offensive play. Very much widening the playbook after the first 3 weeks, where it seemed like it was the same 2 or 3 plays on every attempt, and now they're changing up a little bit.
Deep to return for the Pirates.
So Booing is ready to go once again. You kick this ball off. And kick on the way, another deep one. Rocha makes the catch at the 12-yard line, up to the 20, makes a cut outside to the 25, and trying to stiff arm a man, breaks a tackle beyond the 30, and with 1.7 seconds to go, he will get an offensive play as Rocha takes that one out to the 31-yard line.
I think that was Janik there.
Oh, it's Janik.
Yep.
That is Janik, yep. Thought that was a 2, it's a 3. These numbers are a little difficult for me at this.
They never talk to the radio announcers before they buy the jerseys, ever.
They should do that.
Yes.
That's a wise decision, we believe. On the 31-yard line, it'll be first down. And you've got both Ali and Hamry back there. Ali will be the one to take the snap. He'll fake he did hand it off, and Hamry getting wrapped up and dragged down from behind. And they end up losing 6 or 7, I don't know what they're going to say, 6-yard loss at the end of the first quarter. 20-0. Ada-Borup-West with the lead. First quarter comes to an end. We will take a quick break, and we will be back with quarter number 2 on KROX.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today, or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
About to start quarter number 2 here at KROX Radio Stadium. 20-0. Ada-Borup-West with the lead. Crookston had the ball first, got off to a relatively decent start, even though they had bad field position. Were able to move the ball a little ways down the field, had to punt. Move the ball again on their second possession, punted again. Oh, no, there was turned over on downs that time where they probably should have punted. And then their third possession threw an interception. So now in their fourth possession, they ended up being a 7-yard loss on that carry by Hamry. And so it'll be second down and 17. Hamry's now bumped back to 6 carries for 29 yards after losing 13 on his last 2.
Starting the second quarter, the Pirates have it.
They're on the 24-yard line. They need the 41.
17 at their own.
See if they continue the trend of using Zach Ali in the quarterback room. They are doing so right now. Keeping him back there with Hamry as a running back, utility back. Second down and 17, Ali takes a snap. It's an option play. He pitches it back to Hamry. Hamry trying to stiff arm a man, and he gets wrapped up to the ground on a loss of 3. Now a flag comes in. Flying in to make that play was Kelby Jansen. Let's see if that tackle was illegal.
Might have been a little high, maybe a horse collar. Well, there's also an injured. They're going to pick up the.
They'll pick it up. And
I was going to say I didn't see anything blatant, which when it was that open, you usually would see something. So they are going to pick it up. There is an injured Cougar on the field, though.
Yeah, it ended up being a loss of 2, and I think that's Booing, who's down there on the field, which is bad news for Ada-Borup-West, because not only is he one of their best defensive players, he's also their kicker. And so that would be troublesome if that was the case. But as he's being tended to, staying down on the field, we will step aside, and we will be back here right after this.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Back here, as Booing is now jogging. He had trouble getting up and still trying to put some weight on that right leg, but he's back at the sideline. It's third down now and 20 yards. Actually, there where they mark it at. Yep, third down and 20 after a loss of 3. On that second down, it's Ali. and he'll keep the ball, and he's not going anywhere, as Jansen was there again, and they end up losing 4 on that play, so they lose 14 yards on 3 plays, and Knutson will come out, and they will be ready to punt the ball here on 4th and 24.
Yeah, that's you lose 12 yards on 3 plays. Ada-Borup-West, what they're doing now is they're just, it looks like they're blitzing and sending everybody, and why wouldn't you? The Pirates are just basically running the ball, and now they're going to be forced to punt.
And when you run the ball so often, you can stack the box against it. Knutson, it's a low line drive punt. It takes a great bounce. It's just going to keep on rolling with the wind at its back, and it goes all the way down and to the 27-yard line. That was punted from the on the 17 on the line of scrimmage. I believe that's a 54-yard punt.
Where did it end? To the 20?
It ended at the 28-yard line. So that completely flips the field.
55 yards.
That's amazing. You'll take that. The first punt went 22 yards into the wind. Second punt, 55 yards against the wind, although the bounce certainly helped.
He didn't even use the wind. It didn't get like 10 yards off the ground. So that was just a good end-over-end kick that hit the right way and just kept on going. And the most important part, there was no return as well.
Yeah, that's when the coach will look at you and say, you probably should have picked that one up because it bounced 20 yards by where you were standing. First down and 10 on the 28-yard line. Full house pistol formation for Nelson. He'll hand it off straight ahead, and a big hit across the 30-yard line up to about the 31. And he stood him up there. Casey Weiland was in there on that play, and that was Reyes, who was back in the game after getting whipped down by the face mask. It's 3 yards.
Yeah, it'd be a 3-yard gain, but nice job by the Pirates. As you said, Weiland came in and filled that hole, but they had 3 or 4 Pirates there to make the tackle as well. So
there's been good defensive pursuit. The Cougars have been able to kind of weave through it and find some gaps on some of these big plays they've had. But straight up the middle, the Pirates have been able to get at least hands on them. Second down and 7. It's another handoff. This one a bit more fortuitous and straight ahead to the 40-yard line. And that is Facino who will take that one 9 yards for a first down.
Well, just a nice hard run. Right up the middle, and now we have an injured Pirate on the field, but Facino and just hit that. It's like he was shot out of a cannon there. He was going full speed in a short time and got some, the first down because of that hard run. Nice job by the right side of the offensive line as well.
That was a great run, and as we have another injury now on the field, we will once again step aside as they're being tended to. 20-0, Ada-Borup-West with the lead.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf, volleyball,
trap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling.
So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
So welcome you back. Finally got standing up and slowly coming off the field. I believe that's, you can see that. No, that's Knutson who's coming off with the assistant of the coaches, Dr. Biermeyer there as well. It was a first down run by Facino up to the 40-yard line. And Ada-Borup-West will continue here. We'll see what happens with Knudsen as he gets looked at. First down, high snap. Nelson catches it, hands it off straight ahead. Jump cut. Reyes bounces to the outside. There goes Reyes inside the 40. Here comes the pursuit from Tate Hamry, sprinting to try and get to him, and he just missed the tackle. That was excellent pursuit, but he couldn't get him, and Reyes goes 60 yards. The first play after that injury timeout, and scores to make it 26-0.
Well, he got to the outside and just showed tremendous speed and was able to pull away. Hamry was the last one. Took a good angle there to try to get him, but just not able to bring him down. And that was some pretty good tightrope walking along the sideline as well for Reyes. What a run.
That's not easy to do, especially when you have a lot of pressure. So still going to try an extra point.
On the carry for the Cougars.
And Reyes, the man who just ran it, back up kicker duties, looking to try and kick this extra point. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is wide to the left. So they are now 2 for 4 on extra point attempts, but with 9:54 to go on a drive that took 1 minute and 4 seconds. The Pirates now trail 26-0. And the kick return team already making their way out for the Pirates. And it didn't look like it was going to turn this way in the introductory minutes, but Ada-Borup-West has found their groove on offense. They're finding gaps, and once they get out in open space, just using their speed and putting them in an optimal position. As Janik and Mauricio Arriaga will wait to receive this kick. Well, with booing hurting his kicking leg, it was Reyes who had to do the extra point duties, so let's see if he's also doing the kickoff duties. And he will not. And we'll see. Let's take a look at who that is. Not sure if I see that, have that number on who's kicking that ball. Couldn't tell if that's a jersey's a little wrinkled up there.
Well, we have a new kicker anyway.
Yes, we have a new kicker. This is kicker number 2. And he kicks a short one that'll check up at the 30-yard line. Bounce. Someone's got to land on that ball. It is picked up and brought down just behind the 30-yard line. Forward progress to the 28-yard line. Ian De Leon was the one who picked that one up. And you got to remember, kickoffs are live balls. If it checks up, a Cougar can run down and grab it. So a good heads-up play by De Leon to actually pick up the ball, gain a couple yards. Pirates will start at their own 28.
Well, Crookston has to get something going here. The last 2 series, I think they've had about negative 40 yards. So a 9:46 left in this first half, trailing 26-0. They need the line to start picking up the blitzers, and well, they're not going to have a blocking back, it looks like, in front either. So they'll have to pick up the guys that are coming through.
It's a design run for Ali, and this time he does get a little bit past the line of scrimmage, and they'll mark him at around the 30, which would be a gain of 2 on that carry. His first rush for positive yardage.
Well, that's positive.
Yep,
Going the right way. Going the right way.
We'll take that. It'll be 2nd down and 8 on the way, and they're definitely giving him his reps here. So it's this is clearly shown to be part of the game plan for Coach McBride and the offense, is get Zach Ali in at quarterback. See what he can do.
Well, and most importantly, that just frees up Hamry to be able to try to do some other things, but he can also be used as a blocking back as well, which is probably the biggest factor.
For sure, as this time they're going to hand it off, and Hamry's being pushed back, and that was more excellent pressure there by Jansen again, and they're going to mark that ball. He got hit with forward progress back at the 27, so he'll lose 3, even though he ended up going further back than that. It'll be 3rd down and 11 with 8.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2.
Well, some of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars watched Isaiah Wright, and they were trying to knock the ball away, and that's what you like to see. Defensive coordinator is going to be very happy with that film on that play. They had 2 or 3 Cougars that were trying to punch that ball out, and that's exactly what you do when you have somebody tied up.
especially when they're trying to move forward. They might be focusing on who's on them as opposed to the ball. And a whistle blows here, and yep, that'll be a delay of game on the Pirates. That will be their fourth penalty. Their last holding penalty was 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It was an 8-yard penalty. So they're now at 4 for 33 in this first half. That is their first penalty of the second quarter. 8:03 to go in said quarter.
That'll be about 3rd and 16 for the Pirates. As we get down just below 8 minutes left in this first half, just looking for some kind of offensive spark.
Well, what they're going to do is have Ali and Hamry in the backfield, bunch wide receivers down on the near side. Ali takes the snap, drops back, designed run. He'll take off, has some space. Zach Ali bounces outside, breaks the tackle. Ali lowers his shoulder past the 35-yard line and gets pushed back, but he ends up, and a late flag comes in. We'll see if that ends up being a bit of unnecessary roughness. That was a 14-yard run, on 3rd and 16. We'll see if it stands.
Great run by Zach Raya Ali. He just came up the middle, cut it back, and then lowered his shoulder to try to get extra yards, and I love to see that from Zachariah.
And the official will say a dead ball personal foul on Ada-Borup-West, so you will add 15 yards to that. Pirates get their 4th first down. Ada-Borup-West has their first penalty. 15 yards added from the end of the play.
So the personal foul, and so not all, well, they weren't going to have the first down. They were going to be a few yards shy, so that's a huge penalty. And not only for the yardage, but the first down is the bigger factor.
It is huge. So they're now also in Cougar territory for the second time.
How long was that run?
That was 14 yards. It was on 3rd and 16, and then a 15-yard penalty added on ahead of that, and we might have a timeout, I believe. And yes, Crookston has called their second timeout of the half. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll see if the Pirates can capitalize on that personal foul, and you'll find out right after this.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
49-yard line of Ada-Borup-West. It's a misdirection play and trying to get it to Paul Thornhill. And he'll be backed up 2 yards to the Crookston 49.
You know, Lee came over to the sideline. He was hunched over a little bit talking to the coach. I think he was just shaken up on that last play, and it looks like he's going to come back in. And Thornhill was sort of saying, thanks, coach. And he was looking for some room, but he was being chased by Cougars left and right.
And Ali does come back in. I'd be a little shaken up, too, if I tried to lower my shoulder going full speed. I know I wouldn't handle that hit very well, as Thornhill will come out as a result. They hurry up quickly to the line. A flock of geese fly over straight ahead. Second down, Ali. Option play. Tries to cut it straight ahead. That doesn't work. And he'll get thrown down. And we'll see where they mark this. And this one will be placed at the 47. Yep, he lost a 2 again. And third down and 14 on the way.
So again, the Pirates, they have some positive momentum, and then all of a sudden 2 plays for losses. Now 3rd and 14, and they've got a lot of work to do again.
Now continuing to give the senior Ali. He's quarterback reps. Under 6 minutes to go now here in quarter number 2. It's 26-0, Ada-Borup-West. Ready and waiting. Under center, Ali, straight drop back, looks to pass, floats one, dangerous, and it's incomplete. He tried to find Tate Hamry. Ada-Borup-West read that one on an attempted screen.
Pass intended
And
for Hamry.
Ali now
Not complete.
0 for 4 passing today with 1 interception.
That's I don't want to be lobbing a pass when you already have the pressure of Ada-Borup's defense coming through, and the Pirates were very fortunate that was not intercepted.
And so another punt will be on the way with Knudsen still on the bench. Thornhill will be the one to now take the punting duties. Both teams have lost a kicker, and we might have a false start, I believe, on the left side of the line. And that will be the 5th Pirate penalty
On the play on
today
the
for
Pirates'
38
false start.
yards.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
They'll back it up to 4th and 19 now on their own 42. 5:40 to go in quarter number 2, excuse me. Now waiting to punt this ball away as sun has set and we're just under the lights here in Crookston at KROX Radio Stadium. Thornhill, high punt. Hit that one pretty well, all the way back to the 23. It's muffed, it's still loose, and is it fell by the Pirates? Yes, it is! A muffed punt. What a job! And they get the ball back at the 17-yard line on a punt that made it all the way to the 23. Hamry was the one, the gunner, to chase it down. So the punt ended up going 35 yards, and it was muffed and recovered. So another possession with 5:20 to go. On the Ada-Borup-West 17, it's a handoff. Ali straight ahead. Hamry took the snap, and this one will get to about the 15-yard line, so a 2-yard gain.
Zach Ali on the carry.
6th carry for Ali in this one, and he has a net gain of 8 yards on his card. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. And that turnover might be the momentum swing the Pirates need to try and get something going.
2nd down and 8 for the Pirates.
Well, the Pirates have to take advantage of this. You have 4:45 remaining. The Pirates have not scored a touchdown yet this season. They do have the only points against Mahnomen Waubun this year up to this week with a safety. But
2nd down and 8 on the way with 4 wide receivers. Ali direct snap, going to take it straight ahead, bounce outside, got some space, and then coming up to make a nice tackle down low.
Yeah,
Facino.
the 68 points last week.
I was a little confused. I'm like, are we forgetting that we almost scored 70 a week ago? But you know what? Short memories. You move on to the next game.
I was looking at who they've played to both teams and who they lost to, and that's why I was not.
That's all right.
It's been a long day.
I understand. You were able to hear on KROX the Crookston Climax Fisher volleyball match. Resets to none. The Knights took that one.
Climax Fisher, they've won 7 matches in a row now. They're rolling.
They're on fire right now. 3rd down and 7. Hamry to the right of Ali in the shotgun. It's a handoff. Hamry's got some space. Hamry inside the 10. Tate Hamry will walk into the end zone for the touchdown. 14 yards. And the Pirates are on the board.
Tate Hamry.
Well, big run there for Hamry, but what a block by Dexter Janik. Yeah, he did a great job and, more importantly, did not pick up a holding. And that was just tremendous blocking by Dexter Janik. And I know when they look at the game film, he's going to get some kudos for that. That was fantastic blocking.
Definitely. So a great run for Hamry. Gets the handoff, 14 yards. He scores. 26-6, 2-point conversion attempt on the way with 4 wide receivers. They're going to try the same play the other direction. It's close, but no. They're going to say Hamry was just short. Stood up by the Ada-Borup-West defensive line, but the Pirates take advantage of a muffed punt, and they get on the board. 26-6. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll be back right after this on KROX.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Squib kick went out to the 35-yard line, and a 10-yard return for Ada-Borup-West will give them the ball with 3:31 to go on their own 45-yard line, 26-6. As Crookston scored a touchdown on a 14-yard Tate Hamry run. And let's see if the defense can step up after special teams got a turnover. As Tate Hamry full speed ahead. That man does not give up on any play at all. Almost had the chase down tackle from the other side of the field on the 60-yard touchdown run by Rudy Reyes. And he sprinted down from the offensive line to recover that muffed punt. 3:31 to go. Wishbone pistol formation. It's a handoff straight ahead and finding a gap, and there he goes again. And sprinting all the way to the end zone to answer right back is Ada-Borup-West and Reyes. 55 yards.
Rudy Reyes on a 55-yard touchdown run.
A run that took a whopping 11 seconds.
Well, there's not much you can say on that other than Rudy Reyes. He's got some wheels.
He's really fast.
He got open, and there's nobody that was going to catch him. And an impressive run again in a huge hole created by that Ada-Borup-West line.
So 32-6. Reyes is now going to try an extra point. It is good, and they are mobbing him because he's the backup kicker who just drilled an extra point. Definitely not his role, but he delivers. And it's now 33-6.
Oh, that's what you like to see.
Oh yeah, they're having fun.
Oh, it wasn't Reyes. That was 88.
Oh, it was 88? Oh, well. Whoever it was, that was clearly not his role. And the closest number I have on my sheet here is a 58, which would have been Nathan Visser. If that 8 is a 5 and it's just crimpled up, which could potentially be the case. 3:20 to go. 33-6. Ada-Borup-West has scored on all 5 offensive possessions they've had. They didn't get a possession after the muffed punt. The Pirates have they got back better on offense with that good field position, but the defense is still having trouble with this run game. That's now 115 yards and 2 touchdowns in the last 2 carries for Reyes, after having a net of 8 yards in his first 4 carries. Kickoff on the way, short, and it takes a check-up bounce and gets picked up with a full head of steam by the Pirates. And getting up ahead to about the 30. They're going to mark that. They're going to mark that the 34. So the Pirates will start with 3:14 to go.
And on the State High School League website, they don't have an 88 on the roster either. So
the mysterious backup kicker,
Mitchell Finney, was the tackler for the Cougars.
Delivered that extra point, and now a 33-6 lead for the Cougars, and the Pirates will get the ball on the 34-yard line, continuing to have Zach Ali in the backfield. He can use as their primary quarterback, with Hamry to his right in the backfield, and it is a handoff, and Hamry's going to go backwards.
Jade Hamry on the carry for the Pirates.
And they're going to say that he lost 1 yard is what they're going to say.
Kevin Brandt on the tackle.
Brandt brings him down. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Second down 11 for the Pirates, trailing 33-6.
Well, the Pirates just looking for some positive yardage at this point. You don't want to have to do a quick 3 and out and then have to punt and then give Ada-Borup-West a short field again. At this point, all they need, as we've seen, is 11 seconds.
Yeah, that's you don't need much more than that. Second down and 11 on the way, 2.5 minutes to go. Trips out to the left side as they check it, make sure all the receivers are in line. Ali is looking to throw. Ali does throw, and a lunging catch is made. So he's got a completion. And that one to Jose Arriaga up to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards.
For a 7-yard pass completion.
Well, nice diving catch by Jose Arriaga. Was able to haul that in before it hit the turf.
Arriaga has both catches, one from Hamry and one from Ali for 17 yards. That was the first completion for Ali in 5 attempts.
Nice tight spiral.
Oh, yeah, look good. And can he do it again? Little slant route, bobbled, caught. Janik, he's got a first down. And on the 45 to the 46-yard line, little quick slant route. It works, gain of 6, first down.
Well, good back-to-back plays here by the Pirates. You have Arriaga making a grab, and then Janik, he had to go down a little bit to make the catch, but was able to make it. Nice throw. Throw it to only where your receiver can catch it, and that's what Ali has done the last 2 plays.
So now Hamry's out wide. Ali takes the snap, looking to complete his 3rd in a row. He's going to fire it deep. Had a man, but it's incomplete as he overshoots Jose Arriaga, running down the seam with nobody around him. It'll be second down and 10.
And Ali had to throw that ball faster than he wanted to. He wanted a little more time, but he saw a defender running, and he was hit right after he let it go. So that rushed the pass a little more than he wanted, that's for sure. But, boy, they had that play ready.
Yeah, they're starting to open up the passing game a bit. You can tell Ali can really sling it. If you give him some time, he's got a good arm and can throw it with a good spiral, make it easier to catch the ball. Second down and 10 on the 46-yard line. Ali looking to throw another quick out route, but that was behind the intended receiver of Janik. Third down and 10 upcoming.
That's one thing Crookston we used to have back in the day, but even back, you look at the Bittners, the Chris Erdman, and we could just go on and on. Even the backup quarterbacks like Wade Hansen, but you had the Bittner. Mark Bittner was a fantastic quarterback. He always had great quarterbacks, and over the last decade or so at least, the Pirates have not been developing good quarterbacks in the younger levels, and that shows here when you get to the varsity.
Well, they got 5 wides here on this play. Ali looks to throw, fires, and it's nearly intercepted. As his first reads were to the right side, then he looked to the left to try and find something. Connor Nelson lunged for it, but it's an incomplete pass. Ali now 2 for 8 for 13 yards.
And you're looking at a kid like Ali who, is throwing a decent ball, but this is his first game that he's played quarterback this season.
Yep.
So he's getting thrown into the fire.
Thornhill will come out to punt. It'll be his second punt. His first one was 35 yards, and it was muffed. Braxton Hendricks, who was not the returner the first time, will look to return this one. 1:23 to go, and we have a false start penalty on the Pirates, and that is their 6th penalty for 43 yards and a half.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
Penalties have been an issue on occasion. There have been some games where they've had 3, some games where they've had, in the Nevis case, they had 10 in that game. 4th and 15 now. Snap to Thornhill, and steps into another high, booming kick toward the sideline. Takes a big bounce. They're going to let it go into the end zone. Oh, they kicked it a little too far. It ends up being a touchback. Good job to flip the field, though, with 1:11 remaining. And with the line of scrimmage was at the 41-yard line.
Well, Thornhill, a 59-yard punt. Net punt will be 39 with the ball being placed at the 20-yard line. But he is doing exactly what you need to do. He is trying to punt it as high as he is far. And with this strong wind at his back, he is doing a fantastic job of that.
Now that's using the wind. Knudsen didn't need to with that crazy bounce he got on his punt. He hasn't been back in the game after going down with an apparent injury.
But Thornhill, I mean, there is a strong wind, but still he's showing he's got a great leg.
He's got a leg to him. That's a freshman, so keep an eye on
Yeah.
him.
I think we might have found our punter.
So we have Nelson is going to drop back to throw. And Jade Hamry's coming, and he missed the tackle. Nelson will now look to run up the middle. Breaks a man's ankles, spinning around. He's still going.
Oh.
Nelson's still on his feet, and he'll get all the way to the first down as everybody just falling around him. Now a helmet comes off all the way up to the 36-yard line with 57 seconds to go. That was an incredible run. Elusive, breaking tackles, and getting 16 yards where it looked like there was nothing there.
That was one of the most impressive runs we've seen all season. That was, he made a couple tackles miss, but just the cutting and looked, I always bring this up, Barry Sanders-esque.
Yep.
The Cougars will have it 1st and 10.
When you can move at that, move like that.
And just to be able to shift like that and still keep the speed at the same time, that's impressive.
That's not easy. So back in that split backfield. It's a handoff, and that's going nowhere. Stood up. And a big hit to lose some yards.
That was Weiland coming through, and he had a good two-leg takedown as well to finish it off.
Loss of 4 on that handoff to Reyes.
Jackson Reitmeyer on the tackle for the Pirates.
So after those 2 carries for 115 yards, knock that average down a bit with a loss of 4. And with 13 seconds left, there's not really a whole lot of urgency, but Nelson is just going to look to chuck one deep down the field. It's underthrown and incomplete. First time we've called the name of Gavin Johnson. Just the second pass that Nelson has thrown. And the first one went for a touchdown. That one incomplete. 6 seconds left, so they can run one more play if they'd like.
Yeah, this will likely be the last play, barring a defensive penalty.
Third down and 14.
No, by the way, that last stop, the play before this one was Jackson Reitmeyer, the 8th grader.
He's both on the offensive and defensive line. Let's see what they choose to do. Do they try and throw it here? It looked like he wanted to. Pressure all over the place. And trying to get it up the middle, still running, keeping his balance, and brought down after a first down run to the 48-yard line, but no penalty. And so that will be the end of the first half. Ada-Borup-West, they score 20 points in the first quarter, 13 points in the second quarter. They have a 33-6 advantage as we head to halftime. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at our first half stats. We'll take a look at the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update and more, all coming up right after this.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
We're back here at KROX Radio Stadium. Let's take a look at some first half stats here for you. First for the Pirates. Tate Hamry led the way on the rushing game at 10 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown as well. And that 14-yard carry to make it 33-6 at the end of that. Jaron Knudsen only had 4 carries for 13 yards, went down with an injury, hasn't come back since that point. Zach Ali, 7 carries for 9 yards, and then Paul Thornhill had a negative 2-yard carry. And so that's 61 rush yards in the first half. And passing-wise, it was Tate Hamry who was 1 for 2 for 10 yards, and then it was Zach Ali who was, as I make my calculations here, 2 for 9 for 13 yards and an interception. So that's how it looked on that side. So they had 61 rush yards, 23 pass yards, 83 total yards in the, make sure I had that correct, 84 total yards in the first half. As for Ada-Borup-West, Reyes led the way with rushing, had 7 carries, 119 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 115 of those yards came on those 2 touchdown runs. Connor Nelson, 3 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. And 3 carries for 28 yards and a touchdown for Braxton Hendricks, and the names Facino added on 23 yards. So 119 plus 79 is 198 plus 51. You've got 249 first half rush yards. And they had 1 completion for 20 yards, ended up being a passing touchdown. And so that ends up working the way of Ada-Borup-West once again. They get that score, and they make it 33-6. There have been a few punts as well. Ada-Borup-West, besides that last possession, has scored on every possession. They had 1 turnover in this game. It was a muffed punt by the Cougars, and that allowed the Pirates to get on the board. So they only had to move the ball 17 yards, had a great play call set up, and it ended up going the way of of Crookston as Tate Hamry scored from 14 yards. As you can probably see on our KROX TV feed, if you're watching that, there are some kindergarten and first graders that are playing some flag football on the field, just tossing the ball up, seeing who gets it, just having fun out there. The officials are sitting and watching that, so that's a cool show right there. And so love to see that, bring the kids out. There had the youth as well as Parents' Day. Of course, we mentioned at the pregame show, but Parents' Day went on today, announced every single varsity player and their parents that were brought out in the pregame. So that was awesome. Love to see that. It's a lot of fun for those kids and all the parents, all the sacrifice they make for their kids to be able to play football, make these all this travel that they've had to do, early lifts, practices, especially if their kids don't drive, different things like that. It's very cool to watch. Love to see it. So we appreciate all the parents for all that they do. So we take a look at our stats. Already did that, and oh my goodness, just watched the kindergartner get hit in the face as he tried to catch a ball. That's a lot of fun. That happened to me more than once. Baseball, football, I always got hit in the head trying to catch a ball. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at our draft, sports bar, and grill scoreboard update. Check out some football scores around the area coming up right after this.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictinecrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
Softball,
Baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling.
So we have a lot of sports.
and there is
orchestra,
Band.
choir,
visual arts,
Speech.
theater,
Leo Club.
and Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is my education destination.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
So welcome you back here. Let's take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Started the 9-man football. The score changed as I went to pick up my phone to check the score. Stephen Argyle just took the lead back against Badger Greenbush Middle River. It's 20-18 with 8 minutes remaining in the third. They were down 18-6 and have come back to take the lead in that one. Other ones we have for you: Clearbrook-Gonvick in front of Kitson County Central, 8-7 at the end of the first half. Fertile-Beltrami in front of Foston, 12-6 at the end of the first half. Warren Alvarado-Oslo, they're in front of the Northern Freeze, 22-7, 8 minutes left in the third quarter there. Norman County-Isio and Hit-It-All leading Ortonville 14-6, end of the first half there. Class A, we mentioned Polk County West, they beat Red Lake 58-0. Park Christian beat Cass Lake Bena via forfeit. They did not play that one. Other ones we have here for you. Mahnomen-Waubun up 14-0 on Red Lake County. Halfway through the third, they've got the ball back again. So Mahnomen-Waubun continued to play well. Bagley in front of Nevis, 18-0 at the end of the first half. Walker-Agsack-Akeley in front of Pine River Bacchus, 20-0. Frazee over Parker's Prairie, 12-8 right now. And what else we have here? Thief River Falls beat Warroad, 34-8. Pelican Rapids, they beat East Grand Forks, 20-14. Staples Motley, they're in front of Dilworth Linton Felton, 21-12 right now at the end of the first half there. Already mentioned the Frazee score. Pillager all over Holly, 24-0 with 7 minutes left in the third. Pillager's a very good team. Barnesville in front of Perham, 20-6, end of the first half there. That's all we've got on that side. UMC Volleyball dropped in 3 sets to University of Sioux Falls. You were able to listen on KROX a little bit earlier to hear the Crookston Pirates fall to Climax Fisher, who've now won 7 volleyball matches in a row, 3 sets to none. In that one, 25-7, 25-18, 25-9. Just a few minutes left before we get back underway for the start of quarter number 3. So we'll take one last break, and when we come back, second half kickoff. We'll be underway 33-6, Ada-Borup-West in front. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Looking for some family fun? Come to Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Sizzling hot, made-to-order pizza with all your favorite toppings. Cool off with our delicious hand-scooped ice cream. So many flavors and so much fun. And don't forget our game room, packed with excitement for kids of all ages. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, Crookston, Minnesota. Call us or stop by today.
Here we go, quarter number 3, and they tried an onside kick or short squib. Ada-Borup-West falls on it as Ada-Borup-West deferred. So they'll have the ball at the Crookston 49 to start the third quarter. 33-6. The officials were communicating here, and there's a flag. Let's see who it's on. Yeah, the ball did not get towards midfield, or was kicked off at the 40. But it doesn't seem like they're going to make any change on that, so they're just going to say onside kick recovered by the Cougars. They had it anyway, so there wasn't too big of an issue there for Ada-Borup-West. We'll get on there on the Pirate 49-yard line with Nelson. And that wishbone backfield. Reyes behind him. High snap, turns around. Nelson's got to keep it. That was a bit of a busted play, but he's got some room to run. There goes Nelson. Oh, what a cut! And he bounces back the other way. Now straight ahead inside the 30 and powers forward to the 26-yard line. That cut was nasty. Just planted his foot in the ground, changed direction. That's a 23-yard run on first down. And for Nelson, that puts him over 100 yards. It's now at 102.
Well, he can cut with the best of them, and he showed it there. I think he's liking the turf here at the KROX Radio Stadium, but what another impressive run.
Now, hopefully everybody does. It is very nice turf. But it's working to the advantage of the Cougars right now. Under center now with a split backfield behind. Hendricks back there with Reyes. It is a handoff straight ahead, breaking a tackle, fighting forward, and getting beyond the 20-yard line, just continuing that forward momentum on that straight ahead run. And I believe that was Hendricks, and he'll mark that at the 18 as Hendricks gets 8 yards.
Again, they just sort of mix it up. You have Nelson, who's a little more shifty. Then you have Hendricks, who just runs north-south. Well, in this case, it's north-south.
North-south, yep.
And he's able to get about an 8-yard gain. And now you have second and short, which you always like.
And don't forget Reyes, the speed back, who can get into open space. Back into the split backfield with Hendricks and Reyes. Second down and 2. It is Reyes trying to bounce it outside, lowers his shoulder, and he'll get to the 16. That was good pressure. Jose Arriaga was in there, came off the edge, but that should be enough for a first down. unless they mark it just shy. Nope, they're going to say first down, second first down of the drive on a 2-yard run by Reyes, and that is the 7th first down of the evening for the Cougars.
Well, they just do a good job. Again, when you get that 8-yard run on the first down, that just makes life so much easier. On the next 2 plays, you have a lot that you can do, and they just go with a handoff right side, and Reyes is able to get those 3 yards.
Top key on offense for Coach Tinjum, avoid second and long, and they've been doing a great job of that. In an I formation, play action, Nelson will just dump it off underneath through the hands of Reyes and incomplete. That was a classic style, strong I formation, play action bootleg, but overthrown and incomplete.
Well, they had his guy there, but just went off his fingertips, and the Pirates made him throw maybe a little quicker than he wanted to, and but also with that wind, that's going to cause some havoc as well.
This is not the direction you want to throw in. You're pretty much have to throw maybe a yard or a yard and a half farther than what you're aiming for, so the ball can die out a little bit and land where you want it to. Second down now, 10 to go on the 16-yard line of the Pirates, Ada-Borup-West. And this is going to be end around to Hendricks, slipping through, avoiding a loss of yardage, as there's more good pressure by the Pirates, and I'll end up getting a yard out of that, which was a good effort to get to that point. It'll be third down and 9 now, with 9.5 minutes to go in the third.
Zach Ali and Casey Weiland.
So on the 15-yard line, Hamry was on the bench getting looked at by Dr. Biermeyer. So he's off right now. Ali came in for him in his position and ended up making a tackle on that play. Third down now, 9 to go. Back in that split backfield formation. Play action. Nelson rolls out. Nelson throws underneath. Pass is caught and making a move and getting into the end zone is Facino. Ames Facino from 15 yards out on 3rd and 9. Another solid play action play and a touchdown for the Cougars. A drive that takes 2 minutes and 54 seconds. And Facino with that touchdown catch, so they get 39-6. Facino has 15-yard completion for the touchdown. Facino has got both receptions that have both gone for scores. So 9:01 to go, and this is the first time they're not going to try and kick one.
Not going with Rafael from Brazil.
That's what
we're told.
That's what we're told that backup kicker was called. They're just going to pitch it to Reyes, and there's nobody near him. And so he'll waltz on in for the 2-point try. And as much as we were hoping to see Rafael from Brazil, it ends up being a 2-point conversion. That is good. And with 9:01 to go, 41-6 now. Ada-Borup-West has the lead, and they have been cruising with the running game. That's been working, but they're also showcasing when you have the running game that works that well, you can open up the play action, and that's the second passing touchdown of the day for Nelson. Had 2 passing touchdowns combined in the first 4 weeks of the year. And so opening up a bit more of throwing the ball. It's just his 4th pass. He's completed 2 of them for 36 yards and 2 touchdowns. As the kick team will make its way back on. .901 to go in the third. See if the Pirates can find any offense here. Are they going to stick with Ali doing the quarterback work? Will they make Hamry do it again? They seem to be pretty good with Ali. Janik and Arriaga are back to receive this kick. There's the kick from Rafael from Brazil. Checks up at the 30-yard line. Now it's loose. They muff the kick. And do the Cougars fall on it? And let's see. And they do. It wasn't handled cleanly as it checked up on the up man, and on the 35, 36-yard line, Ada-Borup-West will get the ball back, and now both teams have had a struggle with a kick as resulted in a turnover.
Well, that's obviously not what you wanted if you're the Pirates, but you have to jump on top of that ball. They weren't able to do so on that short kick, and it is a first down and at the 36-yard line. First down and 10 for Ada-Borup with another short field.
They've had a number of those here tonight. As they line up again, we'll see if they're keeping all the starters out. Haven't made any changes on that front. As Nelson walks his way under center. Same split backfield of Hendricks and Reyes. This one will go to Hendricks. Bounces it outside inside the 30. There goes Hendricks. Hendricks going straight away. Flag on the play. Hendricks will score, but will that stand? Not a lot of celebration from the Ada-Borup-West sideline. We'll see if that is what the penalty is here as the official comes on up. It's going to be a hold.
Yeah, that must have been an obvious one because not one player on the sidelines for Ada-Borup-West even moved. They had no celebration, no nothing. They're like, that's coming back. So it must have been pretty obvious.
He races a 36-yard touchdown run. And everybody just, that's the tell. Even if all the players on the field are celebrating, if the sideline doesn't move, it's on you. So backs him up 10 yards to the 46. And first down and 20. Just a second penalty for Ada-Borup-West, although they had a 15 and 10-yard variety, so they have 25 yards worth of penalties. So first down now, 20 yards to go. 8:47 to go in quarter number 3, 41-6. Ada-Borup-West has the lead. Split backfield once again. Nelson will drop back to throw. Way back, throws a screen, caught by Hendricks. Hendricks looking to make some man miss inside the 40. Hendricks cuts back upfield, and there goes Hendricks again. And this time he is going to go. There's no laundry on the field that I can see, and it's a 46-yard touchdown pass this time to Hendricks. Third touchdown pass for Nelson. Hendricks now has one in the air and one on the ground.
Well, he just got 10 more yards out of that one on the touchdown. But, again, Ada-Borup-West, they are just clicking on all cylinders, and I think you're starting to see the Pirates not only get worn down, but just mentally, I think they are worn down as well.
Now Nelson 3 for 5. And guess what? Kicker from Brazil. Rafael. And missed that one wide. Good effort. He's 1 for 3 today.
Not used to the Northwest Minnesota winds.
I don't think you can get much different between Brazil and Minnesota. I'll tell you that. So a 46-yard touchdown pass. Extra point, no good. So it ends up being a 47-6 lead with 8:31 to go. And if that lead stays at that specific number or higher, we'll have running time in the 4th. As they're quickly ready to line up again. And do we have a third kicker option? I believe we've got another guy out there to do these kicks.
It's Larry from Borup.
That is Miles Crocious, the nose tackle on defense. Big 250-pound lineman boots it all the way down to the 20-yard line. And it's fielded by the Pirates and take it up to the 30. I don't know how I'd feel if I had my biggest defensive lineman kick the ball off and then run down trying to tackle you. De Leon gets to the 29-yard line.
That's where you let somebody else take the ball.
Out to the Pirate 24. No, 29. Pirates have it first.
So the ball on the 29-yard line, 8:25 to go in the 3rd, 47-6. Ada-Borup-West in front. Glad you are tuning in with us here on either KROX Radio or KROX TV. We have one more football stream in a couple weeks' time.
On the tackle for the Cougars.
They'll be, I believe, they're in Red Lake County next week. Is that right?
Yes, homecoming at Red Lake Falls.
As back under center now, and back in that wishbone formation they've been running is Tate Hamry. He takes the snap and pitches it outside. The ball, I think, is loose, and the Pirates do fall on it. That was a run by Jose Arriaga. And fumbled the ball, recovered by the Pirates. They end up losing 2 yards on the play.
Obviously not the start you wanted on this series, but the Pirates just need to find, it only gets tougher next week. They take on a very good Red Lake County team. It's homecoming in Red Lake Falls next Friday, and it's a team that has some huge linemen, so it's going to be a struggle for the Pirates. So they need to get some things worked out before that game, and this is a good time to do it.
Straight ahead and trying to muscle forward and breaking free. And there goes Tate Hamry. Stiff arms a man down the sideline. Tate Hamry is going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. And Tate Hamry, his first real design quarterback run as they put it back under center for the first time in a while. And he just takes it 73 yards on 2nd down and 12, and it's 47-12.
Well, to see a kid, what is he, 6'4", 220 pounds, and run like that, that is impressive, and that's why not only does he have a D1 frame, he's got some pretty good athleticism and speed as well, and that's why he's going to UND next year.
He is. He is a big guy. He's also by far one of the biggest players on that hockey team. And he's
any hockey team.
Yeah, any hockey team. He's a defender, which is, and you don't want to see him standing in front of you, ready to hit you as you're trying to get into the zone here. Looking to try and get the 2-point try, and let the ball come out again. There's a fight for it in the end zone. And they're going to say no, is recovered by the Cougars. So 2-point conversion, no good. But it ends up being a touchdown for the Pirates. And it's a 47-12 lead. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the kickoff coming up right after this.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Here's we're back here. 47-12. Pirates get a 73-yard touchdown run from Tate Hamry. He's now up to 114 yards on the ground. Here's another onside kick rolling attempt and fallen on by the Cougars at the 35. 7:23 to go here in the third. Ada-Borup-West will start on their own 35-yard line. The Pirates score their second touchdown of the night. Tate Hamry responsible for both of them. They went back to that wishbone style of offense with the slot backs that they haven't done since the end of the Minoan-Waban game, and didn't do it at all once in the Cass Lake Bena game.
1st and 10 at their 35.
First down and 10 on the 35-yard line. In the full house backfield, it's a handoff straight ahead and trying to bounce it outside and getting enough for the first down to the 46. I believe that's Reyes. Yes, it is. Reyes gets 11 yards on that carry.
Again, nothing fancy there, just a handoff left side, and a nice job by the line. Reyes is able to hit that hole, and then he carries a couple tacklers with him to get that first down on the 11-yard carry. Again, just Ada-Borup-West just really playing well and dominating the line of scrimmage.
That was it's what I was going to say there. It's the trenches, getting inside and stopping any attempt really Crookston has of stopping that. Here's another handoff. This one was played much better by the Pirates. That's a big hit. That was made there right at the line of scrimmage. And it's nice to see number 6, Knutson, back in, as Mitchell Finney was the one to get that carry. No gain on the play.
And then on the tackle for the Pirates, that was Casey Weiland, 5'5", 170-pound senior.
Number 60, Jackson
Reitmeyer was also in there, all sorts of different guys. Mitchell Finney wears number 1.
You know, it's a good tackle when your teammate has to adjust your jersey on the back, untuck it from your shoulder pads at the top.
Full effort there. Handoff straight ahead, breaking a tackle and falling forward into Crookston territory up to the 46-yard line. That was Facino, and he'll gain 7 on that. He had 23 yards on the ground in the first half, and he had 2 catches for 36 yards and 2 touchdowns as well.
Not a bad night.
No, not at all. You'll take that.
And that's the impressive thing with Ada-Borup-West here. They're doing it with so many different weapons.
Yep, they're utilizing everybody they've got. 3rd down and 3. Here's another handoff and breaking a tackle and falling forward to the 40-yard line. Got by the surging Maddox Horner who was down there. That was a carry by Hendricks. And now we have a man down, but quickly popping back up is their third string kicker. Oh, you can't lose him. As jogging off to the sideline goes big number 73, Miles Crocious. There's a 6-yard carry there by Hendricks to get the ball to the 40-yard line. They lost Braden Booing, who is a good slot receiver and their main cornerback in the first quarter, is also their primary kicker, and so they've had a lot of rotations with kickers, international or otherwise. First down and 10 on the Crookston 40. Here's a pitch play, and they brought in a bunch of reserves as that pitch was tossed by Rene Zenteno, the sophomore quarterback, and taking that one was Mitchell Finney for a gain of 3. And I believe Coach McBride has called a timeout. Yes, he has. Pirates will call a timeout. 5:04 to go, 47-12. We will take a break, and we'll be back right here on KROX.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Dr. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today, or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
End of the timeout, 47-12. Ada-Borup-West with the lead. After that slight injury scare, the Cougars have decided to go deep into the reserves and did a full swap. So you've got Christian Visser, the freshman in the backfield. Rene Zenteno, quarterback, will pitch it back out, and this is Visser, and he's not going to get much as he gets sworn back at the original line of scrimmage. And he'll lose 3 yards after the 3 that was just gained by Finney.
Well, if the score holds up, we'll have running time starting the fourth quarter, but a nice job by Coach Tingham getting some of those other guys in. And, you don't want to injure anybody when you're in pretty good control of this one.
No, of course. You never want to do that. So 3rd down and 10. Let's see if these reserves for the Cougars can try and get a first down. Nelson's back in the game as they did the full switch again and still moving forward. As after all those reserves came in and ran 2 plays, they decided, hey, we're gonna
first down.
Get the first down, and here comes another group again. So they're making sure that they get the first downs on these plays as Facino ran that one for 15 yards.
That's pretty good coaching right there.
Yep.
Keep the clock going. You keep the ball in your hands, and I like that. I haven't seen that before. I don't think.
That's a little different. You have the reserves in, but if you're on 3rd and long, you know the starters can get the first down, put them in. Then once you get the new set of downs, switch back again. You're still getting reps to your younger guys and allows you to keep the ball, keep the clock moving, as you mentioned. So now Zenteno back in again. And design run for him, trying to bounce it outside, turns to the edge. Zenteno's got some wheels. Flag comes from behind the play, and Zenteno gets inside the 20-yard line up to the 18, and we'll see if that stands. That flag came in from the back judge. It was a 7-yard gain if it does stand.
They're going to put the flag back around the 21-yard line.
That's a block in the back. So it's a foul from the spot of the foul. And so that foul was committed on the 20-yard line. So it ends up being just a 5-yard loss.
10-yard penalty. It'll bring the ball back to the
that run does not count. 3 penalties for 30 yards now for Ada-Borup-West. 1st down and 15. 3:50 to go in the third.
15 for the Cougars at the Pirate 30.
And they're keeping the second stringers in here for this play. With a strong eye pistol formation. Pirates get through the box, and it's a run straight ahead, and that was read perfectly. Ali brings down Finney for a loss. Here come the starters again. Loss of 2. And now 2nd down and 17, and Coach Tingham saying, nope, let's try this again.
Well, I wonder if they're not going, it looks like maybe they're setting up, you have the JV coach maybe talking to them and saying, okay, here's the plays that we're going to do the next 2 plays. This is what I want you to run. And then they come back, get the next 2 plays. And that might be something they're doing here too, which isn't a bad idea.
No, not at all.
It's pretty impressive when you can do that. You bring in a new 11, and they're still moving the ball.
Now, that's really not that easy.
No.
Because you're making complete switches, as you mentioned. That takes a lot of communication and knowing that right. I formation. Nelson, play action. Nelson, pressure coming, fires a dart, intercepted, and it's picked off by the Pirates and taking it up to the 30-yard line on a low throw. And a turnover.
That was Jaron.
Knudsen picks that pass off. Interception on what was a great day throwing for Nelson, and now with 2:36 to go, the Pirates will have the ball in their own 30.
Jaron Knudsen on the interception.
Well, Jaron Knudsen has been Johnny on the spot this season. He's got a few. That's his 2nd or 3rd interception of the second pick of the season, and he read that perfectly. Was able to jump in front, made the grab, and nice job by Jaron.
3 for 6 with 3 touchdowns and an interception now for Nelson. 2:36 to go. Tate Hamry under center, scored from 73 yards. This time around tries to hand it off straight ahead and spinning forward. And getting up to about the 33-yard line goes
Knudsen.
Yep. He's still not 100%. He got knocked out in the end of that first quarter. Gets 2 on that play. That's his first carry since the first quarter, where he had 4 for 13 yards. And so now...
Well, Ada-Borup-West, they have some big dudes on the line. They're quite a bit bigger than Crookston.
Yeah, they can push some guys around. Well, Crookston does have some guys with speed to get around them. 2nd down and 8. Hamry looking to pass underneath, through the hands and incomplete. Had an open man and trying to find. I can't quite tell that number, but it was incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, he was looking for Rocha and just went off his fingertips a little too far in front.
That's who it was, Rocha. So Hamry's now 1 for 3 passing. Zach Ali was 2 for 9 passing. So combined, they are 3 for 12 for 23 yards. 3rd down and 8 coming. Minute 51 to go here in the third as we get closer to 9 o'clock on this Friday night. Continuing the strong wishbone formation. Hamry straight drop back, just floats one up down the seam, and this time they've got it, and they all the way down to the 35-yard line, the play that they tried to get earlier. And Arriaga Jose, who's now holding his leg, will get to the 34-yard line, and from the 32, I believe, if I have my math right, it would go 42, 48, 38. That's a 34-yard pass play.
Yep. So it was 34 yards, and what a play there. Hamry to just laid it in perfectly, and Arriaga was able to just run right underneath it and make the grab.
Arriaga has all 3 catches of all their passing yards, which is now up to 57. Minute 30 to go here. This formation is starting to work. Handoff. No, Hamry keeps it, trying to weave his way forward. He'll fall forward, and he's down at the 30. And a gain of 4 yards for Tate Hamry. He's now got 12 carries for 118 yards and 2 scores.
Getting down to just approaching a minute left here in this third quarter. Again, the Pirates just looking to get some positive offense going. They've had 12 points, but they've given up the 47, and so they would like to close that gap a little bit, maybe not start the fourth quarter in running time.
Now that seam route definitely had it earlier, and now this time they get it to go. So it's 2nd down and 6. Man in motion is Rocha. They pitch it to him, looking to cut up ahead, and that one was read well by the Cougars, and Rocha will lose a yard or two. And they'll bump him back. Let's see how far they push him back. It'll be 2-yard loss as they bounce him back to the 32-yard line. Hendricks brings him down. Rocha's first carry of the game goes for -2.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Rocha tried to cut it up as soon as he saw it opening, and there wasn't much there other than white jerseys waiting for him.
3rd down and 8. Pirates, I don't believe, have to run a play here as they have 13 seconds, but they're lining up to do so. Get one final play here before the start of the 4th quarter. Hamry under center. It's a designed run. Bounce getting outside. Look out from behind. Got tripped up just enough to allow the Cougars to come in and swarm him. Facino was the one who got his ankle. No gain on the play. It'll be 4th down and 8, and the 4th quarter is upcoming next. It will start at running time with a 35-point lead, 47-12. Pirates looking to stop that, but they have a 4th down and 8 when we come back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Fourth down and 9 for the Pirates to start the 4th quarter. And they now have, try and get 9 yards here to keep the drive live. It's Ali who's under center, and he is swarmed and sacked. Dropped back as he was the one to take the snap and gets brought down for a loss of 4.
That's a 4-yard loss.
And the clock continues to run as the possession changes. And Ada-Borup-West will get it back on their own 37.
Cougars will have it 1st and 10 at the Cougar 37.
So with 11:30 and counting to go here in the 4th, on their own 37-yard line. Huddling up a bunch of some of the reserves. The Pirates are running out a few different guys as well. Jack Odegaard is out there on the defensive line. And low snap is picked up by Zenteno, and he'll end up getting some of that loss back, but they lose 2 to the 35-yard line.
Well, the Pirates came firing through there they were blitzing, and I don't know if they were planning on blitzing before. As soon as they saw the snap was a little low, they got through, and there is another injured player. We've had a lot of hard hitting here tonight.
There's both a Pirate and a Cougar that are struggling at the moment, so they've got to go back and forth here as the Pirates able to stand up and trying to and make his way back, and we'll see the status on the Cougar player there on the far side. And as you mentioned, hard hitting. There's been a lot of that.
Been a lot of hard hitting, and I think it looks like Johnson, he was hobbling off to the side, and maybe we had some players get tangled up, as what I'm guessing happened on that play.
Yes, people rolling over one another here, and that was Zenteno, who was the guy who had that loss of 2, picked up that low snap, will limp off. He was their backup quarterback, so we'll see if the Cougars just put someone different, if they put Nelson back in, Let's see what they decide to do on that. And the survey says it looks like I think it's going to be somebody different here. I'll huddle up and then I'll see the number. Second down and 12, clock running again. We're at 10:45 and counting to go. If the score does not change in the Pirates' favor, we'll be running time for the remainder of the game here. Under center now, and this is going to be a designed run. They're keeping Zenteno in. Zenteno will run forward and get some of that yardage back, and he'll move up to the 42-yard line. He'll gain 7 yards on the play.
Well, a quick scoreboard update. Polk County West, they beat Red Lake 58-0. And we told you the Park Christian cast Lake Bena. Park Christian gets the forfeit win. And Mahnomen Waubun leading Red Lake County 21-0 with a minute left in the game there.
That's how good Mahnomen Waubun is, shutting out a team like Red Lake County.
They started at 7. When you run the ball, and that's all you do. Game goes quick.
There's a fumble, and Zenteno picks it back up as they try to run a pitch play to Mitchell Finney, and he'll end up losing a lot of yards. And I was on a 3rd down and 5. He'll lose 6, so it'll be 4th down and 11.
Yeah, Bagley leading Nevis 24-0 with a minute left in the 3rd. So Bagley, I think, is stronger than most people expected them to be. Fraze is leading Parker's Prairie 12-8.
It's also showcasing that 11-man might not be the easiest thing in the world if you're Nevis. Some of the 9-man scores. Stephen Argyle took care of Badger Greenbush Middle River, 133-18 in that one. And
Fertile Beltrami leading Foston 20-14. 7 minutes left in the game in that one. That's a huge one in section. Well, it's both section 6 and 8 9-man.
Yep. Kitson County Central over Clearbrook Gonvick 21-8 at the moment. So Kitson County Central looking to get to 6-0. They have been fantastic as of this point in the season.
Hills Beaver Creek, the #1 ranked team, the team that Fertile Beltrami beat in the state championship last year. They pretty much have everybody back, and they have not had a close game. They are leading Granada, Huntley, East Chain, Truman, 50-8. 6 minutes left there. Kitson County Central continue to roll. They're leading 21-8 over Clearbrook Gonvick halfway through the 4th quarter, and KCC looks like they're going to be the #1 seed in 8 9-man.
They look fantastic. Hornell Red Oslo are about to beat the Northern Freeze. Minute left in that one, up 34-13. Oh, good show there. He mentioned in AA, Thief River Falls beating War Road 34-8. Pelican Rapids beat East Grand Forks 20-14. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a punt upcoming for Ada-Borup-West. This has not been a
first one of the game, right?
Yes, it has. Low snap, hops to him, high in the air. A lot of backspin. That's not going very far, but it takes a nice bounce before it gets out of bounds to salvage something out of it. But the punt only goes 19 yards.
The ball goes out of bounds at the Pirate 45.
So 19-yard punt. The clock is still running with 8:45 to go, but the Pirates will look to maybe stop that on their own 45-yard line. 47-12. Ada-Borup-West at the lead. We're approaching 9 o'clock. You're in tune to the Voice of the Valley, KROX in Crookston, Minnesota. 1260 AM on 105.7 FM, 92.1 FM in Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. Online, KROXAM.com. The mobile app was just updated a little bit ago in the Apple Store. You've got the smart speaker, all sorts of different things to listen to us. You can also watch this game on KROX TV on our YouTube channel. Ali under center. Tate Hammery out of the game. He's talking with Dr. Biermeyer on the sideline. And it's a handoff and not going anywhere. No gain on that play, as that was, I believe, Knudsen who carried that ball.
Play for the Pirates.
Yes, it was, so no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the Ada-Borup-West defensive line. They did not give at all, and it looks like there's a Pirate that is walking very gingerly back to the huddle.
That's Olin Johnson.
Yeah, and he was walking, as we said, pretty slow over to the sideline before, a couple plays ago on that the quarter break.
He's sticking it out.
That's when you see somebody like that, you're trailing by 35, might want to take him out.
Yeah, I might want to take him out of the game. You don't want to risk anything. It's not a 3-point game. As Ali waits under center, is probably why Henry's out of the game. Man in motion is Paul Thornhill. Ali makes a cut, but he's still going to go down right at the line of scrimmage, so he's not going to lose anything. So no gain on that for Ali. Has 8 carries for 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down now and 10. Under 7 minutes to go.
On the tackle for the Cougars.
Well, Minnesota Lynx, end of the first quarter, lead 22-19.
This is a semifinals?
Yep, over Phoenix. Down, what was it, down 2-1?
Yep, so Lynx up 22-19. I had trouble keeping track of how the WNBA playoffs were formulated. Man in motion is Thornhill. He gets the pitch, makes a cut. Paul Thornhill fighting forward, and the ball comes out. And who falls on that? A flag comes in late. They say it's Ada-Borup-West ball, and now let's see.
Yeah, I saw a player from Ada-Borup-West come away. He started running the opposite way after the ball was coughed up.
It ends up being a turnover if it stands. I don't know if that flag occurred after the change of possession or if it happened before the switch, and then you got to worry about. I think that's what the officials are discussing here. That was pretty bang-bang, change of possession versus when the flag was thrown. We haven't really had very many penalties in this second half. The clock continues to run while we're talking about this. Ada-Borup-West has their offense out on the field still, and the officials say that's an after the play personal foul on the Cougars. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty, but they get possession still, so that was what they were discussing. Cougars now have 4 penalties for 45 yards.
The fumble was recovered by the Cougars.
So they do get the possession back and lose 15 yards. So now they're on their own 41-yard line. But as we've been discussing this, the clock is now down under 5 minutes.
41.
This fourth quarter will go pretty quick, barring an injury.
Continuing to keep the reserves in the game are the Cougars. That's another low snap, and Zenteno has a ton of room to run. There's a big block behind him. Zenteno cuts upfield. There goes Renee Zenteno, and he stays in bounds for the brief moment. And tiptoes are going to say stepped out of bounds to the 35-yard line, but that is still a very solid run of 24 yards for the second-string quarterback.
24 yards on the carry.
So Zenteno breaking a few tackles, had, as you said, a great block up front to really free him to get to the outside. And just like that, are they bringing it back?
No, they marked it at the 35-yard line. He kept running about 10 yards after where he was marked out of bounds.
I'll give him an A for effort.
There we go. We'll take that. His first 3 carries, minus 3 yards. That one goes for 24. So he's in the green.
3 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock, you're in tune to the Voice of the Valley, AM 1260, KROX in Crookston, Minnesota, FM 105.7, 92.1 in Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, and on KROX TV.
First down and 10, high snap. Zenteno will pitch it over Mitchell Finney, and big hit, and he gets brought down for a loss of about 2 yards. And there was Nolan Johnson, who was having trouble walking a little bit, but he's still good enough to make some big hits. Bring him down for a loss of 2.
Well, this is the Pirates. They have a few starters out, but they still have a few starters in, and just trying to build that confidence here, and more importantly, not give up any more points. With 3:15 and counting remaining, Ada-Borup-West in no hurry to get the next play off.
And they don't need to for sure as we hit 3 minutes. At 9. Waiting under center, Zenteno hands it off straight ahead, fighting forward inside the 35. And out to the 34-yard line. And that's a number we haven't seen. And that Aiden Berger, the sophomore.
And here comes Johnson. They're going to take him out finally.
Yep, that's good that they did take him out. Hey, give him some credit for fighting that through. Continuing to play. I wonder if they might have tried that earlier and he just said no or whatever it was, but.
That was a 3-yard gain on the play.
Third down now, 9 to go.
And 9.
2:20 remaining in this game. Centeno, straight ahead run, good blocking, but he's hit from behind and brought down to the 30-yard line by Zach Ali. And so it'll be a gain of 4. Centeno now up to 25 yards on the ground. And it'll be 4th down and 5 as we have hit 2 minutes to go in this 4th quarter.
4th down and 5.
Well, Ada-Borup-West will improve to 2-3 on the season. Crookston will drop to 1-4. Hard to believe we have 2.5 weeks left of the regular season.
That's quickly gone by in the blink of an eye. And at the rate the weather is going, it's going to end before the beet harvest starts. It's just how warm it's been. 4th down and 5. The pistol formation. Centeno drops the snap, picks it back up, makes a move, makes another move. Centeno trying to get around his own lineman, and they finally wrap him up at the 35-yard line. So he'll end up losing 6 yards on the play back to the 36. And with 1:19 left, he almost made something out of nothing there. Well, he did end up gaining some of that yardage back.
Jacob Biermeyer. He also had others in on the tackle. And Zetno, I think if he doesn't run into his own lineman, he probably gets the first down.
Yeah, there was some room behind him, and that little bump caused the Pirates to swarm in. We're under a minute here, as the Pirates might get one more offensive play. We'll see how fast they choose to run. Of course, they're using Ali. Asher Wieland, their normal backup quarterback, was inactive today. Heard in the pregame show that he was 50-50 coming into today with his elbow, and they end up leaning the way of no. So it'll be Ali under center for potentially the final play of the game as we're at 25 seconds. And Ali fumbles the snap, and it's fallen on by the Pirates. So they end up losing 2 yards on that one. And with 10 seconds left, I believe that should do it, and it will. So Ada-Borup-West, they improved to 2-3 on the season as they come into Crookston and take down the Pirates. 47-12 is your final score today. Crookston falls to 1-4 on the season. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at our post-game show. We'll take a look at some stats. We've already mentioned some scores. We'll run through all those one more time. We'll also have a chance to talk with Pirate head coach Jim McBride. That'll all be coming up on this post-game show. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Two and 3. Pirates dropped to 1 and 4. Some final stats here for you. Ada-Borup-West ended the day with 338 rush yards, 82 pass yards, which gave them 420 total yards. They were led in rushing. 2 guys with 100 yards on the ground. It was Rudy Reyes, 9 carries, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including one of 60 and one of 55. And then you had the quarterback Nelson had 5 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown as well. Nelson through the air went 3 for 6 with 82 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Ada-Borup-West had 10 first downs on the evening. For the Pirates, Tate Hamry led the way in rushing as he ended up with 13 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns, responsible for both touchdowns on the ground. Jaron Knudsen, he ended up with 6 carries for 11 yards. Jose Arriaga had 1 carry for -2, as did Roshi for -2, as did Thornhill. And then Zach Ali ended up doing 9 carries for 8 yards. So that means on the ground, so I get my math correct here, that's 118, 19, 137. It was 131 rush yards for the Pirates. And then they ended up with, as a 23 plus 34, 57 passing yards. Tate Hamry, he ended up going 2 for 3 with, see if I can do that math. 2 for 3 for 44 of those passing yards, and then Zach Ali went 2 for 9 with 13. The other 13 of those passing yards through an interception as well. Both teams with 2 turnovers with an interception, and then they fumble on the muffed kick, and then Ada-Borup-West got their third turnover on that fumble by Thornhill. So 3-2 in the turnover battle. So total yards, Ada-Borup-West ended up with 420, and Crookston with 188. Other stats, Crookston had 6 penalties for 43 yards. Ada-Borup-West 4 penalties for 45 yards. They had 1 punt who only went 19 yards. Crookston ended up punting the ball 4 times, and 22, 55, 77, 35, 112 was 39, 151 yards cumulative in punts, just a bit, I think it was 37 yards, 37.5 yards per punt, just a bit over that 37-yard punt average. 55-yard punt by Knudsen before he got hurt, and then the 59-yard punt that ended up at a net of 39. That's been a look at your stats. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update, and we'll talk with head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Jim McBride. I'll be coming up right after this.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits. on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictincrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting,
hockey, basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater, Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
And back here at Crookston High School, taking a look at the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. So you wait for Coach McBride. He's making his way up here. Actually, he's making his way up here now, so we can wait on that, and then we'll run through it one more time after we talk with Coach, who has made his way up. Have a seat. We'll hand this to you here. And we are now talking with the head coach of the Crookston Pirates. Coach Jim McBride is here with us, and it looked like it was a game that had some potential to go behind it, had a tough field position, able to move the ball a little bit, start that first possession. But once Ada-Borup-West got the ball, they started to turn it on the ground game and ended up pulling away. What did you make of your team's overall performance in this contest to start?
Well, poor, we lost. But we fought through better than we have in the past. I was pretty happy with that. But we missed a lot of tackles. We left a lot of plays out there. And so a lot that wasn't good.
Yeah. I was going to mention the tone of fight, as you said, of course. All sorts of different offensive plays and formations, things like that. More variety than we've seen out of the team throughout the game. And even when down 47-6, able to break a big one, cut to 47-12, then they were fighting throughout the course this entire game.
Right, and it's kind of what you want to see, you know. So I think early on in the year, we get some adversity, and they would just kind of fold like, oh no, here we go again. So I think that now we've kind of got some fight in us. They will keep fighting, they will keep grinding, and their attitude is good when they do it. They're not frustrated and angry. They are listening. They are still taking coaching. So that's really important to be able to do that going forward.
I was going to make that mention of just overall better attitude and things like that. It seems like you can kind of see it from up here. They're still putting in full effort, especially in the fourth quarter, trying to make tackles, make plays, and as you can kind of tell that they're not folding or not falling as quick as they might have done earlier in the year, and that's been progressing throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, that's something that we've been talking about, you know, working through adversity, whether, you know, it's on the football field and life when things happen, is that you just got to keep grinding. You know, you just grind. So I think they're, you know, as we're changing this culture, I think they're kind of starting to understand that, starting to get that. And it's just a grind. You know, we got to grind to get better. We got to grind to do this. We got to grind to do that. And getting them used to, you just got to work.
A couple things also wanted to mention as well. Lots of quarterback reps for Zach Ali today. Passing the ball, running the offense. Probably his first real thrust into the quarterback position, changing things up. What did you make of his performance getting back out onto the field?
You know, there's some things he did well and some things he didn't do so well. And but it was nice to be able to see him get back out there. And, you know, It's like we were talking on the sideline, some things that didn't look well. And I'm like, he hasn't got to play a whole heck of a lot. This, you know, and so being able to get him out there and get going was good to see, and it was fun to see, and it helps us in a lot of ways. And it adds a little bit. We can do a few more things because we can move Tate around a little bit. We can have Zach throw the ball. We can move Tate to a slot, or not Tate, Zach to a slot. So it gives us a little bit more things to do, and we can move Jaron around back there too. So that's something we have not been able to do at all.
Is that kind of excite you from the next parts of the year, saying, "Oh, I can open up the playbook a little bit, try some new things"?
Yeah, and so there's some things that we would like to have done before now that we just couldn't because Zach got hurt, and so that it does, and there's other things that we've kind of been putting pen to paper. We're kind of looking at different things that we can do that's still within our system and what we do, and so that's been nice, and then so we'll kind of keep playing with that as we go and see what we can end up with.
Still some time, as we got a few games left to find some things that work. Well, you got back into that tight box formation, ended up with a 73-yard touchdown run immediately after that. First time you've used it in a couple of weeks, ended up working in your favor.
Yeah, sometimes you go back to whatever and it just works, and then there were some plays, tonight that kind of worked. We were able to pass the ball a little better. I mean, not great, but we were able to march down the field a little bit and have some success there. So that was a positive for us. We just were very poor at that before, kind of one-dimensional. We just run, but so that kind of opened up a little bit for us. So that was nice to see.
So it's a lot to learn from this game before you go and take on Red Lake County next week on the road. Big opponent there. What do you think is going to be some of the things you're really going to be focusing in on for practice throughout next week?
It's the same thing, man. It's our fundamentals. Like, we were struggling with some of the tackles tonight, and you're looking at the guys and you're like, really? Or we're in a certain coverage and guy's supposed to have the flats and he's getting run off by it, and I'm like, where do you belong? And then they're like, flats. I go, why aren't you there? So we've got to slow the game down somehow so the guys can understand what's happening to them so they can get to the spots they need. And because I think for a while it's like when you're in practice they do it fine, but you get in a game and adrenaline gets pumping a little bit, and all of a sudden you're like, dude, why are you over here? And and sometimes they don't even have an answer, and so you're like, yeah, you're good, you should be over there. And so it's kind of like that sometimes, and so yeah, it's being patient and just trying to get things rolling.
Any other final comments about this game that we have not mentioned?
No, I don't have it.
His thought-provoking face.
Yeah,
has made trying to think of something we did cover.
I'm still like going over stuff in my head with it, so it's like I'm just sitting there thinking about different things. Actually, I'm thinking about I got to get all that stuff loaded up still.
Oh well, we won't keep any longer and send you back down to take care of that. Very much appreciate your time for joining us.
No, you bet, Gabe. Thank you.
And we'll be talking to you next week as we get right on rolling in Red Lake County.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, man.
Thank you. And that was the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Jim McBride, here with us on the Riverview Health post-game show. Well, lastly, take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update before we leave you here.
Where did you get those
I hope that wasn't picked up on the mic there. I just got my ego attacked. We'll take a look at the 9-man football scores. You got me. Now get out of here. Some final scores here for you. My face is probably really red. Kitson County Central beat Clearbrook Gonvic 21-8. Starting the 9-man score, Stephen Argyle beat Badger Greenbush Middle River 33-18. Or now Alvarado Oslo, they beat the Northern Freeze 34-13. The Falcons hold on. They beat Foston 20-14. Falcons back over 500 at 3-2. Norman County East and Hit It All about to wrap things up, taking a win against Ortonville 36-6. In some Class A games. No, I'm not looking at Saturday. Friday, Polk County West beat Red Lake 58-0. Park Christian beat Cass Lake being via forfeit. We've got Monoman Waban. They did not shut out Red Lake County, but they beat them 21-6. So they hold on and get the win. They're now 5-0. Red Lake County falls to 4-1. Crookston will take them on next week. Let's see what else we have here. Bagley about to take down Nevis 30-8 with 3 minutes left in that one. Parker's Prairie in front of Frazee 31-12. 5 minutes left in that game. Lake Park Ottoman beat New York Mills 20-14. In AA scores, Thief River Falls beat War Road 34-8. We've got Pelican Rapids beating East Grand Forks 20-14. Staples Motley beat Dilworth Clinton Felton 28-18. And Wandina Deer Creek is in front of Monaga 34-30. Pillager shut out Hawley 24-0. And Barnesville trying to hold on in front of Perham 20-13. Perham has the ball with 2 minutes left, so we'll see if that score stays true. You heard here on KROX earlier today, the Climax Fisher Knights winning their 7th volleyball match in a row as they took down the Crookston Pirates 3-0. We can also tell you, as I back through here, the Minnesota Twins fell to the Philadelphia Phillies. And who else but Joanne Duran getting the save for Philadelphia as they took them down 3-1. Beating Joe Ryan also as a result of that. That's strange how that worked out. Still don't know what they were thinking with that. They weren't. Perhaps they were not. And UMC, they dropped 3-0 in volleyball to University of Sioux Falls. And we can also check here, as my final score I can tell you here. They were also playing soccer against Sioux Falls. That one started at 7, so it could be just about towards the end of that. Let's see what they have here. Yep, it was 4-0 loss as Van Zee for Sioux Falls scored all of them. So that's I guess they only needed one player to take them down there. They'll be taking on Southwest Minnesota State over the weekend. That should about wrap things up. We had Blake Fee on camera, Chris Fee, color commentary, and the story that we're just wrapping up here as well. We'll get the stats and everything on there. KROXAM.com. We'll check that out. Be sure to tune in for Coach's Corner, live from the Irishman Shanty, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll have Gopher football joining after that. They take on Rutgers. Twins baseball tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday night football, all that coming up this weekend, all on KROX. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Gabe Bishop signing off on both KROX Radio and KROX TV. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. It'll be warm, so stay cool.
You're watching Crookston Pirate Athletics on the KROX video stream. It's brought to you by the University of Minnesota Crookston, Egg Country, Grove Mechanical, Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream Parlor, the Crookston Public School District, American Crystal Sugar Company, Christian Brothers Ford, Riverview Health, Benedictine Living Community of Crookston, Hugo's Family Marketplace, the City of Crookston, CHS Egg Services, State Farm Andy Omen, Crookston Valley Co-op, Northland Community and Technical College, along with the Crookston and Foston Eye Clinics, all bringing you Crookston Pirate video stream on KROX.